trying to repurpose it.
As loud as it goes. So I'm making a St. John's Wort tea.
That's
supposed
good.
to help you with stress.
Are you stressed?
Okay, Herod said we are live. So welcome to the Stream of Random podcast, which is the worst podcast in the entire universe. And you poor people dare to associate yourself with this horrible stream. I feel sorry for you. How's that for an intro?
We got 2 viewers today.
Gotta get this thing louder. Hey, does someone have us on speaker?
Yep.
You have any headphones?
Uh,
Let me see if I can get these headphones working.
I was on speaker.
Oh, that's better. I can hear you better now.
Cheers.
So my Corona beard is 2 weeks long.
Wait, you're what?
My Corona beard.
You got a 2-week-long Corolla beard?
A Corolla beard. Uh-oh. My Corolla beard is 2 weeks long. So my Corona beard is 2 weeks long.
I
Wait,
guess
you're
what?
And it was my Corona beard. Is that me?
You got. Wait. I
Corona, like the virus, like his COVID-19 beard. So are you just going to grow it out this whole time?
Yes.
Alex
I'm
shaved
just
his
going to grow
beard
my
off.
beard. He shaved it off.
Yep, he did an Erlock Bachman style beard for a day. I couldn't take it. And then he did a Mario Luigi beard the next day.
Oh no, that's horrible.
That was awful. He looked like a dictator. And then he walked around in his Adidas tracksuit, and I just called him Borat.
Borat.
hmm
Did you get him to watch Borat yet?
Have you watched Borat? 1,000,000 times. He said like 1,000,000 times. And did you see his cat pants?
His what?
Cat pants.
What's that?
They're like space pants, but they're cats in space.
No. Send a picture.
Yeah. I'll send a picture, and we're going to get, well, he got them, and they were too small, so I'm getting them. But he's going to get a pair for himself, and then we're going to be matching. It's going to be great. So
That's awesome.
All the
cat
poses.
pants.
Yeah. Cat pants, like space cats. Hold on, I'll have to send a picture.
I got some Yeti pants. What's that beeping sound?
That was me pressing a number, like, messed up.
Nice cat
Texting
pants.
with Vi. Texting with Vi.
Cat pants.
I'm going to send you this beautiful
'Cause, you know,
grotto.
You know, they tell you to only order necessary things on Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Like cat pants.
So, and these like cat pants.
Oh my God. That's horrible. That's hilarious. Alex, that color combination's pretty gay.
That's another word you can't say
that's-
outside.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
That's
I just got our
a-
stream. I just got our stream taken down.
Nah.
Oh, Mikey. If you were a famous comedian, you can get away with it.
Yeah, but since I'm the worst podcast in the universe, just on the edge of destruction, one step away
Right.
from the bit
We were
the bit
actually
bucket.
listening. We were listening to the best podcast, Joe Rogan, and who was the interview? I forgot who he was interviewing.
Wait.
But, they
The
were
best
talking
podcast
about-
in the universe is the No Agenda stream.
Oh well, we that's the one with Alex Jones, right?
No.
No, who's?
It's one with Adam
Alex
Curry.
Jones.
Oh,
Vote Alex Jones too.
we just listened to.
Yeah, I don't listen to Alex Jones.
We listened to a Joe Rogan Alex Jones interview, and it was like kind of painful.
Oh, that's epic.
Yeah.
The 5-hour one.
Yeah, it was like 4 hours or something like that. And then the lady I show dogs for, she listens to him, and she has the fluoride, no fluoride toothpaste.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna order this. It was great. So now I ordered it, and now I have like 10,000 bumper stickers that are like uncensored, and they're just like say some crazy crap. One says uncover the truth. Band.video. Infowars. Oh yeah, it's Infowars.com. But it comes through like 5 different. This envelope came through like 5 different companies. One was like Freedom of Speech Inc., and then the other one was like Infowars. It was just really interesting.
So they have like a whole bunch of different companies.
Yeah, it ships the toothpaste.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I was like, huh.
Yeah, I stopped listening to I never really listened to Alex Jones much, but I listened to him a little bit. But I get his
Alex
second
spent
hand.
about 3 hours the next.
Hmm?
You give him a second chance, and then he blew it.
I get him on second hand from some people I know.
Oh,
Like certain people we know.
like Dad.
Yeah.
So, my Alex was listening to this interview, and he was like, "It's like listening to Joe Rogan say exactly what you want to say to him, like what the f, like."
Mm-hmm.
And slow down, just like because he's like going spastic. But the next day, my Alex spent about 3 hours trying to debunk one of his crazy ass theories on 5G.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty funny. Alex, do you want to talk about what you found? He's like, no, he's too busy doing a stupid PowerPoint. Anyways.
Okay. Well, that's funny. So yeah, 5G is a very hot topic. All I know about 5G is that it sucks. Like the Wi-Fi router that has 5G, maybe faster, but it's got about a 2-foot range.
That's all you know?
Well, you can't use it to manipulate DNA.
You can't?
And you can cook it, but that's about it.
Isn't 5G just like a microwave oven or something?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but you apparently, according to one of Alex's physics friends, your temperature would be like 105.
Well, from cell phone radiation.
From cell phone radiation, like you would feel it.
I mean, it would be like like a mild. Cell phone radiation is like a mild fever.
100.5.
Yeah, very mild fever. It's like a 0.5 degree Celsius. So your cells will have to repair damage a little bit faster than normal. That's about it.
Okay. Well, that's good.
The amount of selectivity you can get, you can't generally manipulate stuff much smaller than the wavelength of the light you're working with, and the wavelength of microwave radiation is on the order of centimeters. Neurons are on the order of microns, so that's like thousands of millimeters. So you're just at the wrong scale to do any kind of like manipulation for DNA. You need something at least in the at least 3.4 like 3.4 EV electron volts in energy to break a carbon-carbon bond. And that comes out to be, in terms of radiation equivalent, to be in like the UV range, which is exactly matches up with UVB radiation, which is known to cause skin cancer. Microwave radiation has a much longer wavelength, much lower frequency, therefore proportionally lower energy. You're not breaking shit with it.
That's good to know.
Good to know, right? So, how's
Good thing that
quarantine?
Alex is so smart.
Yeah, he studied physics, man.
He knows his wavelength.
He knows his wavelength. He built
The
like
longer the
what is it, a
wavelength, yeah.
He built a microwave gun one time.
Oh yeah.
So what was your question, Mike?
The longer the wavelength, the less impact it has. Martin,
What did you say?
ask Alex. The longer the wavelength, the less impact it has. Question mark.
Yep,
Ask
less
Alex.
energy and momentum. So if you ever wanted to know the energy of a photon of a given frequency, you multiply that frequency by Planck's constant, and you can just literally Google 2.45 gigahertz times Planck's constant and get the energy of a photon of that corresponding to that frequency. The corresponding wavelength is the speed of light divided by the frequency. Wavelength and frequency speed of light's constant.
Is radio? So you're saying that radio radiation is basically photons?
Well, any kind of radiation can be described as a series of photons.
Even if they're not visible, they're on the non-visible spectrum.
Yeah, like X-rays can be described as photons. Same with like UV radiation or anything else.
Because red light, ultraviolet light, and then it just gets smaller and smaller. You get microwaves.
Yeah, it goes X-ray, UV, going from high frequency to low frequency, or low wavelength to long wavelength. It would be X-ray,
Radio waves are
UV,
like the low
visible.
wavelength, right?
Stop. One at a time, please.
So go X-ray, UV, blue light, red light, infrared, which you feel is heat, and then microwaves and radio waves.
Oh. So microwaves are on the other spectrum after infrared.
Yeah, they're longer than heat. They're lower energy than heat. I mean, you can get a lot of them with a high power source, like in a microwave oven. But the effect that causes, for instance, bonds to break, that is a particle collision. That is a photon being absorbed by an electron, or sometimes a nucleus, causing it to be in such an excited state that it breaks its bond that it was previously formed, and either gets freed or just separates such that the two chemicals that were normally bound or that were bound previously become separated. So there's a conservation of energy effect, and you can look at the energy of the system of two chemicals bonded together and compare that to the energy of them separated, unbonded, and that'll give you the energy of a photon necessary to separate them if this interaction were to take place. And you can calculate the energy of a given photon at a given frequency with the formula Planck's constant times frequency. And Planck's constant is like a really small number. Yeah, small number. So you can either Google that or just literally like go to Google or Wolfram Alpha and type in Planck's constant times frequency of interest. And you can compare that to the bond energy.
I see. So the lower the frequency,
lower frequency,
the less energy you need to separate a
lower
bond.
frequency. So frequency is an aspect of the radiation. The energy of
It's actually higher frequency, right?
Yeah, higher frequency gives you more energy, so it's more likely to separate things.
Yeah.
And that's why, for instance, X-rays.
Yeah. So X-rays will blast your atoms apart.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let me try and tie this into photon and photosynthesis.
Okay. Yeah.
So when the photosynthesis occurs, it creates a bond. It takes these eight ADPs and it bends them in such a way that it adds a third phosphate that makes it ATP, and they're all bound together and ready to explode. And only because you have the sunlight are you able to do this bonding.
Yeah, there's a whole
Capturing
electron
the sun's
transport
energy.
thing. I don't know,
Sorry?
but yeah, it is something like that. Like I know the leaves and plants in general, for that matter, particularly leaves, usually absorb a lot of visible light, not particularly green light, hence why it's reflected. Everything else gets absorbed, and an electron gets knocked free from some chemical and gets rebound to some other chemical that then moves around and rebinds it to some other chemical, and it just moves it all over the place and eventually creates something like combines it with water to create more plant, something like that.
Yeah,
You can
they're creating hydrocarbons, chains.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But they're also, okay, it's a super complicated process, but it uses the sun's energy, like X-rays and ultraviolet light and all that other stuff. I guess not X-rays, but it's using visible light. It's using visible light, and I guess ultraviolet light is, right?
Probably. I mean, it could be using any of those things. Probably, if I had to guess, probably like around the visible range.
Yeah. And then it's capturing that and creating these sugar compounds.
Actually, same thing in solar cells.
What?
Yeah, exactly the same process. You get
Solar cells are creating sugars?
no, but they create a voltage from absorbing photons.
They create a voltage.
Yeah, from knocking electrons free from one piece of silicon to another piece of silicon.
Ah. They cause a movement. Okay, so now we're going to get to the next phase of the theory. So then, these plants then send sugar that it creates down into the roots, and it puts that sugar into the soil.
But it works. I don't know what they put in the soil. I forget.
It takes the sugar and it puts it into the soil and it feeds the fungus. And then the fungus feeds the nematodes. And the nematodes feed the worms. And the worms feed the plants.
Beautiful cycle.
And also bacteria are involved as well. And they say that plants living on Earth, out of the water, are only possible because of the fungi.
Didn't know that.
Special type of fungus that help the plants. And the fungi absorb or break down the minerals, and they're able to eat rocks. But they can't get food from the sun, so they have to get the sugars from the sun through the plant. It's an incredibly complicated symbiosis. But most plants are not able to survive without these fungus. I'll get you the name of them.
Yeah.
We biked today 3.6 miles. Yesterday we did 6.7.
We're going to do half each day.
Maybe yeah.
Pretty soon we're just going to be hopping on and off the bike, never leaving the yard.
Sure.
Great. I wish I could. I should do that. So, how high did you go up? It's called Mir Mai Forquiza. The mycorrhiza are the fungus that are vital to most plants.
Oh. Huh.
Hmm.
That's just everywhere?
And basically, the theory is that all life on land was created by these fungus eating the rocks. And they were the first ones to colonize the land. And they were able to absorb the minerals from the rocks, and then the plants were able to live off of whatever the fungus was producing, and the fungus basically co-opted the plants or the algae onto the land to absorb the sun for it.
What did the fungus release again?
Well, the fungus are releasing minerals, and they're also being eaten by other nematodes. But let me see here. And here, they're also living intercellularly. So there's actually fungi that live in the plants.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see the dynamics. Super complicated system. The fungus gives the plant water and minerals in exchange. So the fungus is actually absorbing the water and feeding the roots. So the fungus increase the surface area of the root, and they can and the uptake of key nutrients. And the plant supplies the fungi with fixed carbon and sugar,
Fungus.
glucose and sucrose. But basically, they said that the plants, they have a root system that can go down 10 feet, but the fungus system can go down 18 feet for grass. So phosphate and micronutrients such as iron. And soil with high clay or strong pH, high pH, the fungus can make that livable. So they get their phosphates from the soil. And then also the wood material, wood and leaves and compost, that's all from fungus. So the fungus eats the leaves, but then the worms come and eat the nematodes in the fungus. So this is all part of my fungus theory. If you didn't hear about it yet.
What's your fungus theory?
Well, the fungus theory that we've developed on this podcast is that the fungus is it's the intergalactic fungus that created life on Earth.
Is that why we should ferment things?
Yeah, well, we're just here to feed the fungus. So we ferment things, feed the fungus, and it gives us drugs. Help control our behavior.
Well, it says that maybe we shouldn't be eating so many plants.
Say again?
I said you have to do all this process to make plants palatable, like a cow's stomach. Why do you need to eat so many plants?
Yeah, you can just eat the cow's stomach.
You could just eat the cow that has 8 stomachs that's designed to break down the plants.
4.
No, I thought they had 8.
Mike, how many
That's
stomachs
4.
do cows have?
I think it's 4.
Yeah, that is 4. I'm gonna Google this. We need to know. Need to be sure. How many?
We got a viewer on.
On our live stream,
4 stomachs.
4 stomachs.
shout out to the YouTubes. They haven't shut us down yet.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Harriet, how you doing?
Doing pretty well. I was checking the comments, and we got Bob Bine, one of our viewers from the other channel too. And right now he's doing
Oh,
screen
yeah?
share.
Is he gonna join us?
He's here already.
He's in the stream.
Oh yeah. Can you see the screen? It's like a screen sharing going on.
Huh. You want to give him the dial-in number?
No, he's already like in through the link.
Okay. Well, I can't hear him.
Oh, he's on the chat.
So my
He's
garden,
writing. He
my
doesn't have.
garden is coming along. We got cabbage growing. We got bok choy. We got arugula. And Swiss chard. I planted some beans. I got some tomato slices and put them in the ground. And I got little peppers sprouting.
Oh
I had
man,
a
you
squirrel
already
that was trying to eat the garlic we planted.
Got a squirrel.
A squirrel. I planted some garlic that was sprouting. A squirrel comes by and like I saw him out there gnawing on it.
No way.
Yeah, that's why I have no faith in growing vegetables around here.
Okay,
Oh, man.
hold up,
I
guys.
got some garlic in it.
Look at the chat. There was this picture of the fungus spores, and it looks just like
Oh,
the virus. Here,
Oh, yeah?
In the Telegram chat. When I posted the Wikipedia article on my core visa.
No, it's like it's on DuckDuckGo images.
Can you post it to the Telegram group?
It's well, I can post the link, but like he's showing it on the screen right now. I don't know if you guys can see the screen.
But I don't see the screen. What screen is he showing it on?
On 8x8 on this meeting.
Oh, I'm not on that meeting actually. I'm on the dial-up.
Oh, that's why.
How are you?
Yeah, I just dialed in and then I closed the window because otherwise I get feedback. Take a screenshot and put it on the. But it'll show up on the. It'll show up on the YouTube stream.
Yep, it will. I just sent like
Okay, well, shout out.
link.
Yeah, put a link into the Telegram. There we go.
So you can't see the comments or anything, right?
Nope. I can't. That's okay because our podcast is actually a. Oh, look at that. I'll just take that picture and I'll put it in our. I'll put it in our Telegram chat. That could be our.
I bought one of these I bought one of those ring lights
with like the camera stand.
Ring lights, like
Yeah.
a round light, like LEDs or something.
Yeah. It makes you look like 10 years younger. It's like what all the YouTube stars use. So I had,
Oh yeah.
I got one off of Amazon. It's in the basement right now. But I told Alex we're gonna set it up in my hippie lounge office that I have, and then we're just gonna start calling people and doing our video chats
Cool.
from them. But I was gonna say,
That's awesome. Let's do a.
yeah, it'd be good for
Let's do
YouTube.
that.
And then we don't have to
Sounds
hold
cool.
the phone because it's like a tripod.
Yeah. That's cool. I don't want people to see me though.
I mean, Joe Rogan has no problem people seeing him, and he is not an attractive human being.
Well, I wouldn't know. You're an
You've
expert
never
in
seen
the
him?
feminine. I mean, I don't generally judge other males on their attractiveness or not. He's got big muscles. So when guys look at other guys, they're like, "Oh, can he beat me up?"
No, I think most
Like
dudes
the
would be
whole
like, that dude's
hierarchy
better
thing?
looking than me. I think dudes compare themselves to each other. I think that's normal.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that Alex took a course that was geared towards Asian American men to learn how to pick up women?
Are you trying to make him feel bad now?
No, he just mentioned it. He said the Asian pickup artist class didn't like him in the class because they told him he was too good looking to be in the class.
You know,
And
I
he
find
did-
in my experience that some other people are not as sensitive to. If you're a cis white male privileged pig, racist, sexist person, then you have to be careful with everything you do. But if you're in any other classification, then it's okay to be a bigot.
That's what the comedian we were listening to last night, what was his name?
Andrew
Was
Schultz?
exactly saying. He's like,
Segura.
oh, Tom Segura.
Yeah,
He was saying that.
yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know that they had a pickup artist class for a real thing until I met Alex. Obviously,
And it
it
worked.
paid off. Yeah, I was gonna say obviously
It
it paid
worked.
off well. It worked well for him. Otherwise, he would have been all alone during this pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's important to have someone to share your life with during the pandemic.
That's true.
I went shopping today.
So, oh yeah.
I'll give you an experience. I'll give you a report on that.
Okay, how was shopping today?
So the prices of certain things were like totally bare. Like all the frozen vegetables like were 90% sold out. Toilet
Okay.
paper completely gone. Other things like cheese was gone. The yogurts, all the vanilla yogurt was gone. Only thing left was like plain yogurt.
Well, plain. You know that the
You pick-
probiotics
Yeah.
in yogurt, that if you have any sugar in it, are like a moot point.
Oh yeah.
So if you're buying yogurt, you should really just buy plain yogurt. Greek or Bulgarian yogurt's better for you actually because
Uh-huh.
of the lactose. And then you can add like liquid stevia or monk fruit sweetener or something to the yogurt and then put real fruit in it. It's better to add fresh fruit to your yogurt than to buy yogurt that has sugar in it or sugar substitutes because it's really just killing the bacteria that's in it.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
That's very interesting. I didn't
And
know
also,
that.
not all cottage cheese has good cultures in it. Also,
Well, a lot of
there's only
I
like
would
one or
say
two.
that- yeah, like probiotics is very tricky to get in the supermarket.
Yeah, but even if it says it has it, there's no guarantee it's alive. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So I'm saying is, if you get it's better to splurge on a better quality brand yogurt if you're going for a probiotics with
Yeah.
no sugar added. That's what I'm trying to say.
We have some
Better to
Bulgarian.
be raw too. Like
Yeah,
like I get raw milk and I
Yeah.
let it like ferment on by itself, and it turns into like clabbered milk, which is pretty good. Like if you leave it long enough, it turns into yogurt by itself.
yeah.
I believe
I'm
that.
I'm not as adventurous as you guys in your fermenting of dairy and meat.
Well,
I don't really-
Let me tell you the top 3 or 4 things that I've been fermenting that I can really recommend for everybody. Okay.
Okay.
Cabbage. Go get some cabbage. I mix it. I slice it up and salt it, and then I throw in some peppers and some other things that are fermented to get it started. Or I'll get some existing what is it called, sauerkraut, and throw it in there, and it's so amazing. I was eating that for weeks, and it really made my day.
Yeah, I have some. We had some El Salvadorian style red cabbage, and I have a huge red cabbage in the refrigerator. But really, it just tears my stomach up, so I just don't really eat it.
Well, take it, get a big
No.
glass jar, slice it up, salt it, and leave it there for a week.
Sauerkraut
Yeah,
is
I mean-
antifungal,
It'll be so much
Dog
better for your
steak.
stomach.
so
I mean,
you're
I'm-
killing it.
If you pre-digest it.
What was that?
It's an antifungal. The sauerkraut.
So,
So
I've been
we
eating
still
some sauerkraut and I have some kimchi.
You've been eating sauerkraut what?
I bought some we had a store that was closing and it was 40% off because it was a small market, and so we bought some sauerkraut and kimchi from them. So we've been having like a spoonful of that with some of our. I like this El Salvadorian style sauerkraut. That's red cabbage. It's really good.
Yeah. The red cabbage is amazing. Take some of that cabbage you got, slice it up, salt it, and then throw in your kimchi and throw in your other sauerkraut. Mix it up.
No. I'm gonna save the juices from when I'm done with the red El Salvadorian one. I'll save those juices and start a new one. But I don't want to contaminate the good. Yeah, I'm gonna use up what I have. I mean, cabbage lasts a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I had scallops tonight and a T-bone steak. That was pretty good.
Nice. That's nice.
Yep.
Yeah, we walked all the way to the shop, and I bought the cheapest beef they got, which is like a rump roast,
Mhm.
a roast. And I'm going to put it in the Instapot with some vinegar and then cook it for like 40 minutes,
Okay.
an hour. And then I'm going to smoke it. That'll make it soft. If you vinegar Instapot the cheapest meat you can get, it makes it super, super soft. And then you can pour that juice off and make like a sauce with it.
I usually don't. If I'm doing ribs or something, I'll put apple cider vinegar in it. But I usually don't use the pressure cooker portion on it. I have a sous vide, which I use when I want to have we do the steak sous vide for like a half hour to an hour.
Yeah.
Depends on the cut of it, and then we throw it on the grill for like just a couple minutes, and then with the pecan smoking wood chips and crap, and it's super like amazing. But
so what's the difference between a sous vide and an Instapot?
Well, Instapot meat always tastes the same. Like it has this texture. Whereas sous vide is like, it doesn't break down the meat like an Instapot does. I don't know exactly what.
The water doesn't make contact either.
Yeah, the water doesn't make contact, so you're not putting a bunch of moisture into the meat. You're cooking it in like a silicone bag at like 122 degrees.
Bag? That's good.
It's like a hot water immersion blend. So I got silicone bags, so I wouldn't be cooking them in like plastic bags and having to reuse them. I mean, I wanted to be able to reuse the bag.
Is that safe?
Yeah. There's no difference than like most of the pots and stuff you cook in anyways. I mean,
if I get a silicone bag and I throw it in the Instapot with my meat inside.
You don't want to put it on pressure cooker though. You're cooking when you're putting on pressure cooker, you're heating it really high, aren't you?
I guess so.
So the sous vide is like the low and slow process if you slow cooked it overnight.
Oh.
But it's not making contact. So it's what restaurants use to cook their steaks and get, like, you know how you ask for like a certain temperature? A lot of these restaurants use sous vide, especially with octopus. We have octopus coming in 2 weeks. I ordered some from.
Oh, you ordered the tentacles?
Yeah, I ordered the tentacles, but that's how a lot of these like restaurants, like Roof Chris and stuff, they get them to the right temperature, and then they just sear them, and then it's guaranteed that it's the same consistency. I guess with the sous vide, you're not. Yeah, it's pretty.
It's funny. Actually, a pot of boiling water is like plus or minus 4 degrees Celsius. It's not that precise.
So yeah.
Really interesting.
So that's what we've been doing, is cooking them. We also have the air fryer someone gave us for a housewarming present. That's better for like fattier cut of meats, like salmon. Is really good, but
I got some baby back ribs, or some, baby back ribs. I got some spare ribs as well, baby back ribs.
Yeah, I'm gonna try those.
Do those the same way in the Instapot.
I'm gonna try them in the Instapot, like you told me. I got some beef short ribs to try.
It's just you can just buy the cheapest meat that's on the market.
But I don't want to buy the cheapest meat on the market because I'm trying to eat more grass-fed and grass-finished beef.
You can get the cheapest grass-finished beef.
Well, I am, by getting an eighth of a cow.
Yeah, her strategy is buying bulk.
Mine is buying in bulk, and I'm waiting till the end of April, but I've been also just trying different farms out to see which ones I like better. But, I'm getting what I'm getting. It's a little bit harder to do that, but I'm getting what I'm getting. I'd rather have too much meat right now than not enough, but we do eat it up, and I do a really good job of not wasting things. So my other thing I've been doing is bone broth and making soups now, too.
Okay.
But
I live by myself. I wasted so much money on leftover groceries I never use. I just stopped getting groceries.
Yeah. You hear Alex said?
Yeah. He was buying stuff and he didn't let it go bad.
Yeah, or he didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I would be like, I need to buy more of this stuff to use that, and I would end up with leftover other stuff that I thought I was going to use. So
we went to Costco right when we heard the pandemic was like, I don't know, end of February, last time Mom was down here. And I'm like, Alex, shit's going to hit the fan. And our Costco membership was expiring in March, and we didn't want to renew it, and we had like a $50 coupon.
Let's buy toilet paper.
No, we didn't get toilet paper then, but because we just moved into this place in end of December, so we went to Costco then and got normal house stuff in bulk. And I'm like, let's just buy some stuff, frozen stuff. So we got a bag of shrimp, scallops, frozen peas, butternut squash, and I had cauliflower rice, and then frozen.
You need to go back for more frozen peas.
Frozen mixed fruit. So, and then we got a ton of olives. They actually have really good Kalamata olives. And we got feta and some aged cheese. They have really good aged cheese, and they have green olives. And then I stocked up on sardines and tuna fish, but not the yellowfin or the albacore, because those are the larger tuna, the smaller tuna, because it has less mercury. Anyway, so we were stocked up on that, and then I've just been ordering from this farm called White Oak Pastures, and also I've tried Butcher Box out. But Yeah, and then we have this local dairy that's coming tonight. We got
Okay.
we get our heavy cream and stuff from there. So that's another source.
What happened
And
to the milkman?
it's a milkman. Pretty much. I
Milkman.
reuse. I love it because I reuse the glass bottles and I wash them and I put them in the container, and I have a $2
Well, that's the
deposit on them, but I
milkman.
get it back. So, but there's a website called www.eatwild.com, and it has a list of like farmers. It's pretty much a compiled list of farmers that practice more sustainable sourcing.
Okay.
So that's something you can look up.
Okay.
But the one I found in New
That's
Jersey
great.
actually just stopped delivering because of the COVID-19. So, I mean, you guys are like a little
Yeah.
bit more hard up than we are. I think we have less cases. I mean,
Yeah.
where in
Well, I went.
California do you live? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Where in California does Harid live?
Well,
He
I'm like
lives in
closer
North
to
California.
Sacramento, so there's not as many cases like in the city, like San Francisco. That's the worst. They even
Yeah.
got the
Do you think
National Guard out there.
do you think there's not as many cases places because they're not testing? Like I was
Huh?
listening to Texas. Do you think there's not as many cases because people aren't testing? Because I was listening to this doctor in Texas that was saying in Texas they're like not testing at all, and so they're saying their numbers aren't that high, but the government, and then if they do test, it takes like at least 5 days to get results back or more. And then there's states like
A different place.
Alabama, they're like, we're not shutting anything down. We're not California or Louisiana. So that's why I was
Other
always
states
wondering,
have
like,
a different relationship to people. Like in general, the workers are more property of the company than the other.
Yeah, I guess there's not as much testing, but like we got a commenter here saying that COVID always existed, but we never looked for it. Now we're just looking for it, and we brought it to our attention.
Someone was saying on the No Agenda stream that the coronavirus was on the Lysol can, and that Lysol, like even an older can, said it kills coronavirus, and that the coronavirus itself is nothing new.
Yeah, exactly. Like the COVID, it's always been there.
But this is a new mutation of it.
Yeah, so we got Bob saying it's basically like a spore, and the seed is too small to be seen. So
I'm on the phone right now.
yeah, you can't see the comments.
Okay, you can. I'm not gonna play Minecraft right now because I'm on the phone. But after I'm on the phone, yeah, yeah, we'll play Minecraft together. You and me.
And he's saying that like we can't find the virus in the body because the spore is already sprouted, and the spore equals fungus.
No
Taking
way. COVID is the fungus?
Well, it looks just like a fungus spore. Like if you look
Yeah.
at fungus spores, it's a spore, not a fungus. So like a spore is like a seed.
Mm-hmm. But I thought it's a virus.
Oh, well, Mike can't see the chat. Well, Jim can't see the chat because he's on the phone. He called into the stream.
Just put it in the Telegram. Put it in the Telegram.
Okay, wait, I'll just copy everything to the Telegram.
Yeah, copy it to the Telegram.
So a virus is only a stage of life of the of the fungus. It's only a stage of life of the fungus, he's saying. Wait.
You gotta
Go.
plug it in. I'll set it up in a second again, just a second. Hey. Just a minute.
Yeah, I mean, you can get onto the YouTube, Jimbo.
Okay.
Big Jim. That's what your new name's gonna be.
Do that.
Yeah, you need
I
to
just
be.
got my hands full here.
You guys need to have this going live on Instagram and all of the sources. Facebook.
How do we
Okay,
get
you can help us with that.
Instagram?
You have to. Well, you can do it. There's like a live feature, but you have to like. I mean, I think you have to be logged in on your phone or something and just stream it.
Yes, Claudette, we're gonna get this thing set up, so we're gonna stream.
I'm gonna make you guys
Signal.
so legit you can't quit.
We're gonna stream to Instagram, and to Facebook, and to Twitch, and to Twitter, and we're gonna have it
TikTok.
And then
every single
what's
system.
that one called? TikTok.
TikTok.
And then we're gonna put it on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, TikTok, you just have to dance like an idiot. We'll make Alex do that. He's pretty good at that. We can have him
Alex
wear
is good
cat
at-
pants, holding the cat.
Alex is good at debasing himself.
It takes confidence.
Don't worry.
You want to hear a funny story?
Let's hear it.
Did I tell you about my gardening experience the other day? I got myself a weed whacker, so I like did the front little tiny yard like near the street, and I was like, there's the old neighbor. I mean, the old owner of this house left like 3 rotting pumpkins from like October on the porch and like a couple mums. One of the mums grew back, so I salvaged that one, and the other one was completely dead. So I pull the mum out of the pot, and underneath the pot there are 3 Bud Lights stored in the pot.
3 Bud Lights in the pot?
In the pot. So I was like, beers, like cheap beer.
Yeah, who drinks that stuff?
I don't know. So I'm like thinking this is like the previous owner's like stash, or it's like a homeless person's stash and they're just storing it there because we live not too far from a mission. So.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so I call Alex and I was like, hey, Alex, come here. And he's like, what? And I was like, look at this. I was like, pick up the mum. And he's like, why? And I'm like, just do it. So anyway, he picks it up. He's like, holy crap, there's Bud Lights in there. And he's like, we have to throw these out. And I'm like, no, let's put them out by the curb because I'm sure like the guys walking by are going to be like, oh, some Bud Light, sweet. Anyways, he proceeds to empty the first one out over the deck. And then he's going to throw it into the trash can. And he's like, Claude, go get the camera because, he wanted to shake the next one up and, like, have it explode all over the place. Anyways, as I go into the house to get the phone, this guy rolls up on a bike, stops, and is like, you going to drink the other 2? And he yells at Alex, and Alex is like, no, man. They've been sitting in a flower pot for like 5 months at least. And he's like, I'll take them. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this guy like rolls off with the 2 Bud Lights. He was so happy.
Those were his Bud Lights. He caught you getting rid of them.
Maybe. I was thinking like, what if it was?
He has your house staked out.
Yeah, like what if it was some hobo stash that they were storing them there for safekeeping?
He probably lives in your shed. He sleeps in your shed.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a shed, but
You think the neighbors have Bud Lights in there?
oh yeah, we should look in the neighbors' flower pots to see if there's Bud Lights. But I was like, wow, what if we stole his supply and then he comes back and like poops in our flower pot or something out of spite? That's what I took out of that.
Wow. That's deep.
But
You always have
the
to.
hobo.
Well, here's what you should do. You should get him some Colt 45. And put that back in the flower pot.
Yeah, we should start hiding like random liquor in the flower pots.
Yeah, cool. Or some old English.
Some old English.
Do you have old English down there?
Yeah, I haven't been to the liquor store here, but I've learned that the
our liquor store is full of Polish beer.
The hobos here are a lot more. They're like nicer than the ones in DC. These guys. The one time someone rode by, it might have been the same guy for all I know.
Are they discerning?
I don't know. Would you say that, Alex?
What?
Are they discerning? The hobos?
Yeah.
Are they distinguished hobos?
I don't know. Well, the one guy like offered to help us move our couch in. I mean, of course we gave him some cash for it, but like in DC, they come up with like sneaky shit. And so Alex was lost in DC one time. His phone died, and he just needed some directions, and like no one would give him directions. And he soon found out why this was, because the homeless population in DC are really sneaky about how they ask for money. They'll be like, oh, do you have directions? Oh, can you give me $5? Or like, I had one guy ask for money for an Uber ride because their bike wouldn't get them to like Georgetown. Meanwhile, we're like right next to a bus stop, and I'm like, you could take the bus.
Well, they just need $1 more for their train
Right,
ticket.
right. They wanted like they wanted enough for an Uber ride, not just or a taxi ride. That's what they wanted. Or like when they hold the door open and then it was like, hey, can I have some change? But here they actually
sorry, mate. We don't carry cash anymore.
Right. Who carries cash?
I'll send you a Venmo. I'll Venmo you some change.
Right.
I'm gonna do that when I go homeless and I live on the street begging. I'll just like hold out my phone. I'm like, Venmo me some cash. I'll put up a QR code.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've seen there's this one area under the bridge down in DC where it's like a tent city, and a lot of the people there, they have like laptops and crap. They have like a whole city.
Now, how's the
set up.
COVID treating our homeless population?
I'm sure like shit. I'm sure it's gonna wipe out a lot of homeless populations around here. I mean, I don't know for sure.
So
because the problem is people can't get tested as it is unless you're showing symptoms, and unless you have a car and you can get to the testing centers in Maryland. How are people gonna know? Like,
well, they said that. The conspiracy theory says that there's 2 strains of it. There's the light strain and the killer strain. Anyway, so I was going to tell you guys something else. Let's ask Harry what he has to say.
About
what do you have to say?
About what? So I
about
was on
something random.
About anything.
Well, raw foods is the answer. Because it's illegal still. Like, raw milk is still illegal in mad places. And, like,
we went to our Amish dealer, did I tell you? We went all the way down to Levittown or Bensalem or something, to the Amish market.
Mm-hmm.
And they had some legit they had a huge marketplace, and they had some legit raw milk. So good.
No, you can go to a pet store and get raw milk.
Do we like
You go to
normally
what?
buy cooked milk or something?
A pet store.
No way.
Yeah, you can go to a pet store, or there's also like there's farms that are allowed to sell raw milk for animal consumption. They're not allowed to say it's for human consumption.
No way.
Yeah, there's a website I found that you can find it. I'll have to send it to you.
Wow.
But yeah, you can go to a pet store and get raw milk for your pets, and you can do whatever you want with it.
Interesting.
So explain to me the concept.
That reminds me of the Larry Davis. Episode.
I don't know what that is.
Larry Davis. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Ah,
The guy who co-created Seinfeld.
gotcha.
He has a hilarious
Don't watch
show on Amazon with like 9 seasons. You never watched it?
No.
Well, the basic plot is that he does everything wrong, and he gets into the most embarrassing situations.
Yeah, he has to
He always does the wrong
apologize
thing, and
every episode.
he's always apologizing to people, and he's always pissing everyone off. And it's
Gotcha.
hilarious. So in the one episode, they go to the restaurant, and they want to get a doggy bag and take the steak home. And the guy's
steak
like,
for the dog.
he's like, "Is this for a dog?" And he said, "Yeah, it's for my dog." He's like, "I will not give my steak for a dog." So then Larry's like, okay, it's for me. I'm going to take it. And he's like, "Are you sure you're going to take it?" He's like, "Yes." But it's not for the dog. Right? So he took the steak, and the guy went into the kitchen, and he put some, he made it, he poisoned it, basically.
Oh, God.
And he gave him the steak, and the dog got sick.
Oh,
It's
no.
this whole thing. Yeah. And then he tries to go back, and it just escalates, and it just gets more and more absurd. It's just like this totally insane thing that happens.
Larry.
Huh?
The lady goes, Larry.
Larry! And then his manager's wife, she's always screaming. I love her so much. She's always angry all the time.
She's from New Jersey too, right? In the movie?
Yeah, she's got this New Jersey Jewish thing going, and she's just she's just totally aggressive, and she's always outraged about everything. You should check it out, Claudette. It takes a while to get used to it, but it's an amazing show.
Oh, it's almost our bedtime.
Okay.
So,
Cousin Vi finally responded to me.
Huh? Aunt Vi, you said?
Cousin Vi.
Oh, yeah?
She's not Aunt Vi, she's Cousin Vi.
Well, she's older than you, so.
Yeah, but so technically, an aunt is your father's.
I know,
sibling,
I know. So,
and she is the daughter of your father's sibling.
I know. But what is Aunt Vi up to? What did she say?
Cousin Vi. She finally responded
Cousin
to me.
Vi. Oh, yeah?
She called me back after I called her 3 times, yeah.
She's like, I can't stop ignoring you forever.
Exactly. She says she hopes everyone's okay. I'm just calling everybody in my phone book by now. I'm making sure that I check in with everybody.
There you go.
Making sure everyone's okay. So everyone listen, go through your phone book and call all your cousins and all your aunts and uncles and all of the people you never talked to. Just give them a call.
Well, we've been chatting with Melissa.
Yeah. Send me her number.
She's you should get her on the podcast. She's a professor of epidemiology. She's really.
Get her number.
I have her number.
Send her an invite. Huh?
Yeah, I'll send her an invite.
I'll call Cousin Jimmy. I'll get Cousin Jimmy.
But yeah, she's got some really good. She's like one of the few cousins that I've seen her more times this last year and a half than probably ever. But she's gone out of her way.
Yeah, she came and visited us.
Yeah. She goes out of her way
really
to visit
nice.
people, and when she's in the area. And she was in D.C. for a lot of conferences last year, and then we went down to Austin, and she took us out like all the time down there. Yeah.
She's so nice, and her mom is also so nice.
Yep.
Yep.
Anyways,
yep.
what I was gonna say, but who was this?
So you're saying you're gonna go to bed now? Huh?
Soon. But who was that guy you had on the podcast yesterday? It was like Sir something.
No, that was the No Agenda stream. That wasn't mine.
Hold on, what?
That was the No Agenda meetup on Jitsi.
Oh, okay. I was like.
That was Sir Chris playing his guitar. There was a whole bunch of No Agenda people.
Okay, because I was like, this guy's like, you got some legit people on this. I didn't know who the hell.
No, that guy's a producer for the No Agenda show. You got to listen to the No Agenda show. He does all these jingles and stuff. I mean, they have some crazy good talent.
Well, you kept talking about anal leakage.
They donate money. Yeah. Oh, the anal leakage, yeah. Coronavirus causes anal leakage. Yeah, man, this is going to get us taken offline, Harry. Your stream's going to get shut down in the middle of our video. So the No Agenda show, they don't use any infrastructure from Silicon Valley. Everything is donated and paid for by the producers, so they can say whatever they want. They won't get shut down by the whims of the algo. That's where we're going now. Once we have 1 million people to listen.
We got one. You got one loyal,
Yeah, I got most of my podcast episodes have one listen.
Well, on this one we got 2.
Nice.
Damn.
So today we did a ruck trek. We were rucking it. We got backpacks.
We're growing like the corona.
Yeah, every time it doubles. Ariana and I, we took backpacks. We jumped over a fence, and then we crossed the street, and we climbed up a hillside over the train tracks. We climbed down the other side of the train tracks, and we went through some construction site, and we saved about 20 minutes on a walk to the supermarket.
Nice.
Yeah, and I loaded up on cabbage and beef. Tomorrow we're going to set up the smoker. I ordered half a cord of wood, which is like 7 feet.
Oh, yeah?
Wood, yep. And we're going to start smoking some meat and doing get ourselves a little fireplace going, a little wood burning stove.
Yeah, we've been using our grill pit thing a lot. It's great.
And do you use charcoal, or what do you use?
We got some wood charcoal. We ordered some log. We actually ordered wood off of Amazon
What?
because we ran out and we didn't want to go to the store.
Well, I called up all of the tree doctors,
Yeah.
arborists. They always have wood,
Yeah.
and they try to get rid of it because they
Okay.
cut down trees for people. So I called up all the arborists in the area, and no one answered my calls. No one returned my calls except one guy, and he had a can I say a Southern American accent? Is that acceptable?
Gotcha. Well, next time maybe I'll be more proactive. I'll start calling around now so that when I run out, I'll have it.
Yeah, and I also ordered wood chips. I'm gonna
We
put
got,
some wood chips down between our garden beds, and also instead of putting a deck.
We got cherry wood smoker chips. We got pecan. Oh, you know you can just light pecans on fire. Like they're very flammable. We've discovered by accident.
That's hilarious. You mean the nuts?
Yeah, the nut.
So the shells are also
Very flammable.
How about the shells?
I mean, it was these shells, and we threw one into the fire because it fell on the ground,
Uh-huh.
and and it was like just lit up.
Hey, so if I get
Well,
these
I
wood
also
chips,
don't
do you
know
think I could burn wood chips?
Yeah, I think you'd burn wood chips.
Now that's a good idea. I'll just get some wood chips and I'll just burn them. It'll be easier to burn.
Here you go.
And Dad said that you should take cardboard and soak it. You should get a kiddie pool and you put the cardboard in a kiddie pool and you soak it to make it soft. Then you run it over with an electric lawnmower and shred it to feed the worms and feed the fungus.
Well, we put down. When we moved in, we had this area in the backyard that was very muddy, and Mom was here, so she took all the cardboard boxes and spread them out, and then we put these red cedar chips on top of it, and
Nice.
they're breaking down. But we just got some more boxes, so I might take them out and put them out in the backyard, or we might. We've been using them to burn too.
Do you have a drainage problem?
No, just the yard had no grass there, so it was just muddy.
Oh.
And then we had the dogs. They didn't really take good care of their yard. Like I spent a day.
There's no drainage problem. Huh?
I spent a day shoveling up dog shit, cigarettes, and leaves back there. But I did make a compost. I took a trash can, and I got one that has a lock top, and I drilled holes all around it. And so I've been putting like all my eggshells and leaves and stuff in there for a compost.
Nice. So I use I took a fence, a metal fence, a simple wire fence, and I made a big ring. And I closed it with a piece of bamboo at the end. I bent the metal so that it was like an interlocking system, and put a piece of bamboo in to hold it. Close the ring. So now I have like a 6-foot diameter piece of fence in a ring, and then I put the leaves in there. And then I'm throwing the compost
There you go.
on top of the leaves.
You have a bigger yard than you definitely have a bigger yard than I do.
I have 4 of those going.
I only have one because I have a small yard and I'm just the 2 of us, so
Okay.
we don't have that many leaves either. But I looked mine up online, like how to make a
Well,
compost.
I got my leaves. We drove around. I got about 100 bags of leaves.
Oh, that's good.
Picked up all the leaves. Yeah, and I shredded a whole bunch of them with the lawnmower and the shredding machine. And we have amazing amounts of worms. Just insane. And the birds are all coming and they're getting fat off of the worms.
Well, there you go.
I have this great little biotope going in the backyard.
On our bike ride today, we discovered a covered bridge in town. That was
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool.
cute.
Mhm.
Take any pictures?
Yep.
There's a really beautiful there's a lot of covered bridges in Bucks County. If you come and visit, we'll, after the, hey, did you know they closed all the schools in Georgia for the rest of the year and in Arizona?
I believe it.
Yeah. And I wrote on Twitter, I said that we should make an app and we should start ranking schools by online.
Yeah.
Like, how good is your school online? And I'm wondering, why do we need all these different schools? Like, how many schools, if everything's going to be online, how many schools do you actually need?
Well, apparently there's schools in Seattle, they haven't moved all the students to online because not all those students have Wi-Fi.
That's right. That's why you have to send them
Yeah.
Chromebooks. So
So-
our school system has a lot of poverty, and they're actually sending people Chromebooks, and they're sending them course material home. Like, they're
There you
delivering them food, because these poor kids, they don't have anything to eat, so they're sending them the course
Yeah,
material
real
and the
sad.
food. Yeah. I think they should probably get these people hooked up with some with internet and pay for it, as well as the food, because if the kid has he lives in poverty, he had internet, he could like learn all types of stuff online, or she. I mean, it's very enriching.
Yeah, the Khan Academy.
There's so much material. And my son even found some stuff. He found one where he's learning to read, and it listens to you and it shows your progress and if you pronounce the word correctly.
Oh,
And
nice.
if you don't know how to read the word, you can click on it and the computer will read it to you. Like a person will speak the word. And he's loving it. Like, there's a machine learning app for you right there. But really, guys, I mean, how many schools do we actually need? Like, why do we need all these schools now?
We don't. But unfortunately, unless kids have, the government doesn't like to help be proactive. I mean, a lot of schools are there for kids to go to, but think about how many kids have really abusive, crappy home lives where they can't even sit down and do their homework because they have an abusive person in their life, Mike. So, I mean, you know, it's a really shitty society. So,
yeah, and think about all the parents who are now, all the domestic cases where people, husband and wives are beating the crap out of each other.
Exactly. It's really, there's a lot.
Stuck in one room together.
You know, I feel like there's a lot of people who are either going to commit crimes or commit suicide or really just have really big issues because they're stuck at home.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's really sad. That's why someone was saying, oh, people were saying, why are the alcohol considered essential? And, you know, you would think that it's not, and you're just supporting people with alcoholism. But, you know, there apparently when people go through alcohol withdrawal, they end up in the hospital. So.
Plus, we need to feed the hunger.
Huh?
Hunger.
So, anyways, yeah. Well, I'm going to go to bed because.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining our podcast.
Yeah, it was fun.
I think Harriet and I are going to talk a little bit longer because we have a couple more topics.
Yeah, I feel like I've hogged all the topics, and Fareed's been very quiet, very quiet.
Oh, it's all good. I was just listening.
Because you're allowed to hog. You're allowed to hog.
All good,
we haven't heard from
you
in so long. You know, you haven't been on our podcast for so long. Now you finally got a chance to speak your mind, to give everyone some updates on the homeless beer hiding.
The beer hobo George. Yep.
Yeah. So everyone go out and check your mums and make sure there's enough beer hidden.
Well, I was thinking if it was there since we bought the house in December 19th, and
If you check
if
the dates
it's
on the
been the
cans,
beer's
they should
been
have an
there,
expiration date.
I didn't check. The guy didn't care at all. Zero fucks. I mean, just didn't care. But you think about it, mums are like, you get them in October. So those beers have probably been in there since like at least October. And the fact that they didn't explode meant there was enough insulation in that flower pot and with the soil to keep them warm.
Uh-huh.
I mean, think about it.
That's amazing.
I mean, they've been outside. And it has frozen here. So just saying, dirt's a good insulator.
That's amazing.
All right, guys. Good chatting.
All right, man. See you
See
later,
ya.
Kodak. Bye, Alex.
Hey, puppy.
All right, Mom. It looks like it's just you and me.
And
Left.
Bobby on the comments.
Yo, Bob.
See
How's
him.
it going? That's funny.
Oh yeah. Actually, you can call, but is there like a number for Canada, Mike?
Yeah, man. Did you paste the Hold on, I'll get you the number for Canada. It's in the Telegram. It's in the here. Oh my God!
All right.
He's just chatting away there. Hold on, it's in the pinned message on our stream in the Telegram. Here, looking for different dial-in numbers. See the dial numbers. I'll get you the dial number. Hold on. Link. I'll get you the dial-in numbers, man. Oh.
All right, I'm just gonna type it on.
Canada. 1-7-7-8-3-8.
Wait, 1-7-7-7-8-3.
778-382-7725.
Can you write it on the Telegram?
Yeah, man. It's in the Telegram. Hold on. I'll write it in the Telegram, man. Anchor.fm/STRE.
Oh, so that what's it called? Is that
STRE.
Oh, he's in 51514 area code. Oh, so that's like French Canada.
You want a
here.
different number? There's an 888 number. And that's a hash sign at the end.
Oh, so at the end there's a
So you
hash.
dial a number. At the you dial the number and then you type in our meeting code, which is 13443247776, and then you type in pound. There's a bunch of different dial-in numbers.
The 23, right?
There's a bunch of different dial-in numbers here. It's in the chat here. The dial-in numbers. Here's the list of dial-in numbers.
All right. Taking a caller. Dial-in info.
Give us a call. Stream of random fungus chat.
Doop, 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 doop. Wow. So there's all these countries.
Yeah, we got lots of numbers. We got lots of numbers we can dial.
Can even call from Kazakhstan.
There's no number in Kosovo.
Nope, they ain't got that. So there's only two numbers from Canada. There's 778 and 888. But I guess they're
Yep.
both toll free.
Yes, they're toll free. Oh shit.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Oh, it's working.
Yep, it's working.
So, hi guys. Hi Jim.
Howdy.
Hi Chicken Jar.
How's it going, man?
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir, monsieur. So I'm doing good, listening to your stream, laughing a lot. I had loved your stream about the fungus. The first one I listened. It was so funny, man. Very funny. I laughed a lot when the other guy was sleeping like for half an hour. Nobody
that was me.
That was you. Nobody had the guts to wake you up.
Was I snoring?
Sorry?
Was I snoring? Was I going?
Yes, a lot, like for an hour, man. And also, I have a confession to make. Okay, I am. It's all my fault because you have lost your YouTube channel. Yes,
What?
I hope you will not break my. Don't come here and break my legs, please.
What? Why is it your fault?
It was only a joke. It was for laughing, because the stream was so boring, man. About the Kosovo sewer, so boring. So what did I do is I went into the page 8x8, you know, and I share my screen. So at the beginning, I shared stupid picture, but it was so boring. So what did I do? I went to a Pornhub and I put Thai chicks dancing into the pickup truck in the parking lot in Taiwan or China or
What?
China. Yes. So I was
you put
streaming.
That on a stream?
Yes, I'm sorry, man. It was a joke. I did not know that they were gonna ban you. And the girl, they were not naked. They were like, yes, it's on my fault, man. I'm sorry.
What?
But yes.
What happened? Did that show up? Did it show up on YouTube?
Yes, my friend. Yes, and it was so boring, your stream. So I have put the Pornhub channel, and I went upstairs, take a bath. Take a bath for like half an hour.
You left
when
the
I
Pornhub
came
channel
back,
running on our YouTube.
yes, I'm sorry, man. It was a joke. I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Well, that could explain everything.
I was saying to myself, one day they will see something. I was chatting in the page 8x8, and I was chatting in YouTube. No answer nowhere, so I tried click everywhere. Start to share my screen.
God. You trolled us.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I know.
That's hilarious.
Shit, man. You have lost like 12 views because of me. I'm so sorry. But remember, I watched your first stream about the fungus. I've watched it 3 times. So for real, you only have lost 10 views.
Oh my God.
So that's what happened. I'm sorry, man. But seriously,
well, how did you find us? How did you find us anyway?
Because I only think about fungus, man, since 1.5 years. I only think about fungus. I see fungus everywhere. I have a kind of new gift from God or from Allah or from Buddha. I don't know. It comes
Yeah.
from inside the heart. I'm able to see the fungus, man, inside the human body. Okay,
Well,
so I only think
maybe the fungus is the god.
the fungus what?
Is
Repeat?
the god.
Yes, man, that's exactly what I was talking with the chicken jar. I build my own religion that is based on truth, on factual thing and stuff I can see. Man, fungus is either destroying my life or either building me to become a god maybe in 400 years. I don't know, but something is happening. Is fungus is the most important thing to learn into life, I think.
Yeah.
So how did I
Yeah.
found you?
I mean, yeah.
Every day I take a treatment, a bath, very hot bath with product into the bath, and I have a tradition that when I'm in my bath,
What
I
product?
look a lot of product. I can tell you, no problem. So when I take my bath, I'll go on YouTube with my cell phone,
Yeah.
and I check what's new about the fungus every day. So I ask YouTube, tell me which video have come out today about fungus, and that's where I
You
found
the
you.
fungus chat. Are you the one
Yes,
who wrote that you cried? You cried. Someone wrote on our channel, "Oh, I watched your thing and I had to cry."
Yes, man. Yes. You know
you?
why? Because you have talking about Buddha. You have talking about Jesus, about fungus and cosmic, spatial, extraterrestrial, and nobody never understand me when I talk about this. Like 1% of the people are able to see a kind of light, and you gave me new information. You and Chicken Jar also, and the other man. You have giving me new information that make me open eyes on many things, and it gives me goosebumps, man. I'm obsessed about fungus because I see them everywhere. I cannot stop thinking about them. They everywhere. They ubiquitous. So
Well, have you
that's
read
the
the book?
story.
Have you read the book Ubik from Philip K. Dick?
No, I'm sorry. I do not read the books, and I do not listen to scientifical fact because it just disturbed my brain with so many lies. It's only parroting. Maybe you have found a good book. Maybe I should look at it.
Yeah.
Or maybe you should maybe make a stream about this book.
Okay. Well, Ubik, U-B-I-K, is a 1969 science fiction novel from the writer Philip K. Dick.
Okay.
And
what is the story about?
It's about I have to switch headsets. Hold on.
Chicken Jar, still there?
Oh yeah, I'm still here, just in the background, like the fungus.
Yes, like the fungus, ubiquitous. Exactly, that's what we were talking about. You know what that word means? That word means that it's everywhere. Everywhere is the fungus, so it means it's ubiquitous. So that's your new name, Chicken Jar, the ubiquitous.
Just everywhere.
Everywhere at the same time. You everywhere.
Hey guys.
So for how long you've been on the carnivore diet?
Oh, I actually did carnivore diet like last December. So you're previous to this one that passed, so 2018. till like February, but then I started doing raw primal like in March 2019, and then I had a car accident in April, and I just like after my car accident I got prescribed some painkillers and I didn't take those. I just went and I ate like 1 kilogram of raw beef, and I didn't need to take the painkillers, and I just started healing really fast. So I just kept on eating raw beef since then.
So you 100% raw beef and fish.
Yeah, now I just do like mostly fish and raw chicken, lots of raw milk and raw eggs, and then raw butter.
And in regards about the quantity, what size are you eating per day? Are you eating like 1 cup of food or 10 cup of food in average?
It probably like around 400 grams of meat a day or 300 some days. And then I drink like 2 liters of milk, raw milk a day. And it depends on the eggs. Like some days I drink like 12 eggs. Some days I don't drink any eggs. Some days I drink 4 eggs on average. Just Rocky style, you know?
Yes, man. That's nice. That's nice. So me, what's happened with me is at the beginning of the carnivore diet, I was eating the same quantity as everybody, but only meat. Then I got very, very sick, okay, into my intestinal tract. So for 6 months, 8 months, I was very sick, okay. Then after that, I removed the fungus inside my intestinal tract. Now I no need to eat like everybody else. I eat like 200 grams or of something per day, nothing more, nothing more. Only this. So, so I think that if people eat that big quantity each day, is because we have to feed the fungus. Because if you look animal, a cat, he can eat one mouse and be 3 days for not eating, or like a lion or a tiger. So even
Yeah,
if you get sick, even if you get sick, I suggest you don't stop, because the gift come after. So
yeah,
that's
that's
what
true.
I had to say.
There's like a lot of detox. Like when I first started with this diet, it was like my body was just getting rid of shit, and I had a bunch of diarrhea for a while, but then like everything just got good. Like 6, 7 months in, everything just turned amazing. Cause
it
like
it's like magical, eh? What happened? It's
yeah, it's pretty much magical, but I guess it's also it makes sense because that's what the body wants.
well said. Totally agree.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Like once you feed
Are
the
you
body,
doing this diet too?
You both talk at the same time.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, chicken jar.
no, I finished talking actually. I was just waiting for Jimbo.
Go, Jim. Go, Jim.
I was just gonna ask you, Bob. Do you do also the raw diet or the high meat diet?
No, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. So 2 years ago, I have buy a small cow, a calf. Okay, and 3 months later, I bring him to slaughter him. Okay, so I I found a place, okay, Arab place, Islamic, okay, and they agreed to give me the blood. So I was just beside the cow when he killed him, okay, and I drank a big glass of hot blood from a cow. Man, I tell you, if you never drink blood in your life before, you are not a man. Okay? I tell you, is the most beautiful thing. It happened to my body. I don't know. I became like a kid, so happy, like a Christmas day morning. I don't know. Instantly, it gives me strength, power. It gives me. I become another man instantly. Okay, and then
Okay.
I went very far away to buy raw milk, which is illegal here. Okay, so I went another country, let's say, where it's legal. Let's say, okay, and I drink the same day hot sheep milk, fresh from the day. Okay, and then
Yeah.
I've been sick. Okay, I've have bloody diarrhea, green diarrhea, white
From the milk?
stool, uh, Adam,
This is from the raw milk or what?
or the blood, but it makes something into my stomach that for 4 months I had bloody stool or green or white.
Oh.
Okay, but I did not stop the carnivore diet. I knew that it was good. Okay, so I think that the antibodies, is that the word? Antibodies?
Yeah, the antibodies. Yeah.
Antibodies, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
into the blood and into the milk, because I think that's the only two places we can find antibodies. Okay, that kill the fungus inside my intestinal tract. So
Uh-huh.
so even if I got very, very sick because of it, first I had a very high reaction at the moment I drink the blood, and sick. I know it was a good thing. It's like it's unexplainable. It's like the best beer you ever drink, or I don't know. So
Yeah.
I think that the antibodies did something into me.
Well, I understand what you're saying. You know, if your body wants something,
Exactly.
and it finally gets what it wants, you finally get what you need,
Exactly.
then you'll feel happy.
Like you see in the movie.
Like if you eat, yeah.
You see in the movie a character have to go like another country to find this rock or this treasure or this plant or this man. But sometimes the guy don't even know why he have to go there. You know, like maybe a caterpillar that is climbing a tree to become a butterfly. He don't know why he have to climb the tree, but he go there. Or like us, when we're hungry, we don't know why we're hungry, but we just stand up and we go take something and we eat it. So I think that the God or the Allah or Muhammad, no matter whatever how it's called, okay, he told me, go buy a cow and kill him and drink his blood. You understand what I mean? And also he told me even no matter what, you have to go very far to go buy the milk. So when I go there, I'm good for a few months. Okay, and then after a few months, I only think about the milk. It's in my head, so I have no choice but to go there again to buy milk. I don't know why, but like you say, Jem, we have to listen to our body.
Yeah.
And if we eat too much plants, we're so damaged inside us that we are no more able to listen to our body. So by eating meat,
the thing you have to understand about the plants is that, well, I was talking before about the symbiotic relationship between the fungus and the plants. That the fungus is extracting the minerals from the ground and giving it to the
Yes,
plant.
they call this the microse. Yes, I
Yes.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. You are talking about it 30 minutes ago with the girl. Okay. And
That's right.
I kind of disagree.
Okay.
My first reason, that is the best reason of the world, is because it is written into a book. Okay? It is written into a book, and also we have no way to prove that it is a fact. Okay? It's very difficult to prove. So when something is difficult to prove, like quantum physics or religion or God or I don't know, or
Yeah.
or
Okay.
DNA or the element, okay, it's impossible to prove. So it opened the world to too much lies. Okay. Also, okay, when you introduce fungus into another organism, okay, it's like if you make a contract with the devil. Okay, so if you have very big muscle, okay, you will be strong, but it is not your muscle. Okay, it is the fungus that is growing inside your muscle that giving you strength. So today you are stronger than me because you have the fungus. I agree. Okay, but one day you will have to pay with the muscle cramps, headache, high pressure, diabetes, and all the problems that surround the consumption of carbohydrate or sugar or water.
Uh-huh.
So you can eat magic mushroom to enhance your psychological capacities. I agree. You will understand more and faster than me. I understand. But tomorrow morning, my friend, I will not count on you to come work with me. You will be completely lost, completely in your world.
Yeah.
So you have made a
And I never took any magic mushrooms.
oh, really? Oh, you should take it, man, my friend. But you have to be ready, okay? Be ready.
I don't want to take it. I don't want to take magic mushrooms. I'm actually afraid. I'm afraid of psychological damage.
I think that if you take the mushroom that is growing in your area, okay, it should be no problem because the fungus in the ground is also part of you. Because if the fungus is kind of ubiquitous, okay, it's in the ground under you right now, and so it's part of you. You have the same fungus inside of you than your brother, your sister, your family, okay?
Yeah.
So that's why when you buy a dog, okay, the dog will look like you, will have the same face. Is like because you start to have the same fungal. And if you have a girlfriend and you marry her, okay, you will become to look like her because you share the same fungus. You understand?
Okay.
You understand what I mean? So
I understand what you're saying.
So what if you eat a fungus that is growing in your area? I think that it should be no problem. Okay, me, I already took many times magic mushroom, but it's you should only take it when you're ready, and it will give you all the answer that you need to grow in the specific thing you are thinking about. Okay, so if today, okay, you feel very depressed and you want to kill yourself, if you eat mushroom, I tell you, you will kill yourself and you will be happy. Okay, but if you think about fire, okay, you will understand the plasma, the oxygen, the combustion, because you have this inside of you, and the information that is contained into the mushroom about the fire will be open to you. You will have access to the information about the fire because the fungus will give it to you. That brings me to my religion, okay, that information, okay, is light, is sound, okay, is letter on paper, is circle inside the tree. So color is information, light, sound, odor, pressure is information. So when you die, okay, the information into your brain was already consumed by the fungus inside that you have inside of you. So you get like Alzheimer or dementia, and then you die. You understand? So when you die, the information become part of the earth. Okay.
Fungus. Yeah, you're feeding the fungus.
So when you eat the magic fungus, you have access of all the information of the people that die in your area. So if
I understand.
You understand what I mean? So I suggest
understand perfectly what you're saying. I understand it perfectly because I had this vision already. We talked about it also on the podcast in the different forums. Also, that all information, all encoding of information, all the bits and the bytes, they're basically part of the fungus. They're part of the every symbol, every piece of information created is basically formed out of the dead matter of the world, and it's embedded into the fungus, which is the eternal information. It's the Akashic records. It is the scrolls of thought. It is the eternal record of the universe. Something like that.
I totally agree. Totally agree. So that's why I suggest you that you should really try it, okay, to see it by yourself. But because even if
I don't think I need it. I don't think I need it because I have these. I have this connection already without it.
Good news. So you kind of build your own DMT into your brain by yourself.
Well, yeah, everyone, all the DMT, all the drugs, all of the LSD, everything that you can imagine, all the THC, all of those are just psychoreceptors or receptors in your body already that are part of your natural body. The drugs are just triggering them. They're just the trigger, but you have it already. It's already built in your system.
Not sure to agree with you.
Okay.
Not sure to agree with you because when I eat a molecule from a fruit, okay, that we can call a drug, okay. So I talk, for example, acid ellagic, acid caprylic, acid or eudanylic acid. It's a molecule that comes from a part. I have some kind of. You don't think that when I think, for example, and kind of acid that gives me that acid inside of me. It's something.
Well,
it's
you don't
something
have.
new.
You might have an external. You might have an external new thing, but the reaction that your body has, okay, you have the key. You have different keys that trigger a. I'm on the phone. Yeah, but I'm on the phone right now. I have to play with my son.
No problem.
Basically, all I'm saying is that you're triggering things that even if you have an external chemical, an external drug, something, some plant. Okay, here, Robert Anton Wilson, he said that people all over the world who take a certain peyote, they see a dancing green man, right?
Yes.
So
they call it
the theory,
the elves.
That maybe that green man is already a trigger. Maybe that is already something that lives in the genetic code or in the brain.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can you repeat everything? Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm saying that maybe this dancing green man is part of the brain that is activated by the external drug. It's just triggering it. It's just loading. It's loading the function, right? I might not be explaining myself very well, but basically, if you look at Jung and the collective unconsciousness, like you have different entities or different things that are being loaded. No, that's enough, Kenty. I'm on the phone. You have different things that are being loaded. Hey, can you hear me at all? Is anyone there?
That so that proves. Do you have another viewer?
Oh no, I
know.
just reactivated.
Okay, so if the information comes from the earth or from outside, okay, this means that we have. Sorry.
I think now it's fine. Huh.
Okay. Now say that again, please.
So that proves, okay, that the drugs does not only trigger, but it gives you something more.
Mm.
That is the proof that.
Okay.
No.
Okay, it's possible. It's possible. Yeah.
No.
It's possible.
Okay, so
Because
because
all of it's possible.
yes, all of it is possible. The fungus is omnipotent.
I'll throw you some information now that that relates to your local ubiquitous theory. So my wife's mother, she's from Yugoslavia, Kosovo, and she has all types of natural remedies, and she's all into natural stuff.
Nice.
And she said that you should eat the honey from the bees near where you live or where you grow up, because that will heal you and will supply you with the stuff that you need. And and if you take the honey from a different place, that can be bad for you.
Okay, but I need more information.
That's the information I have for you.
I can say the same. Okay, because I can say exactly the same about beef.
About what?
There's no argument about beef or anything.
Yeah.
Beef, lettuce, carrot. So there's no argument, no thinking there. It's only like an affirmation, and it's over. You need more information with what you say. Why is that?
So you're saying this is you're saying it's the fungus.
No, I'm asking you an explanation to go further into your subject.
Yeah, I will look it up and I'll get you some more information. I don't have any other information but that.
Well, I might have some input on that because I've been reading this book by Agenus Wonderplanets. It's called We Want to Live. And he talks about like eating bee like pollen too. Like the what's it called? Honeycomb. So if you eat like
Uh-huh.
local honeycomb, you get the local enzymes from the local bees, and like you can be better at fighting allergies that way. So like
Because it's related to the plants in your area.
yeah, so like how there's pollen all over during the springtime, and
That makes sense.
it gets into your nose. So like once you eat the honeycomb with the honey, you're
The
basically getting all the enzymes
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
from.
that makes
It's like a
sense.
vaccine.
Yes, sounds like it, eh?
Possible.
Yeah, you could say, but that's basically what Augenis was saying about this. And this guy Augenis, he like, I guess he wrote about a mushroom trip he had on like this book, and he describes it, and like he says that he went like over the atmosphere and everything, and then after during that trip he understood the whole like food thing, like why it's important to eat raw foods, and what foods are good and what foods are bad. And that was really interesting because like the guy, like he even cured his autism with raw foods basically.
So I know a lady who lives near us, and she's into the Waldorf school,
I don't know.
and her son has a mild form of autism, and they're strictly vegan, but they also have no like perfumes or chemicals, and he's not allowed to touch a TV. And he's all about music. He's actually quite good at music. He plays cello, and I don't know. They're doing a very strict diet, and they're avoiding all these things, and it's supposed to help as
And
well with autism.
It does not look to help people because everybody is completely fungal infection from head to toes. Everybody. I did not see nobody not fungally infected. It does not work. It does not work. She
Yeah,
can.
like Augenis was vegan too when he
We
was
all tried. We all tried like 1 week or 1 month or uh, try to eat more fruit and more vegetable, and it always ends in the toilet.
Hmm.
So
I understand.
yes. So
You're saying you're going for the carnivore diet.
yes, 100% carnivore diet, no water, lot of milk, lot of salt, only animal products. And in addition, you have to treat yourself with antifungal. Okay, don't stop until it's healed. So you maybe think you're healthy now, but I tell you, nobody is healthy. If you have big muscle, okay, if you're strong, if you have a big neck, if you have a line beside your nose, if you have weird hair growing some place, everybody is infected. Once you start healing, you see progressively it goes down, it disappears, it goes out.
yeah, I had
When
my
I
moles
think
disappearing. I
if
had like
Your what?
mole.
you have what?
Mole.
I had a
Where?
mole on my face. And
Everybody have
weird.
mold on their face. Everybody, man. Look, the old people, they all have brown circle on the side of their head. The temp, simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mold. It's a mold. If you look in the internet, people make them disappear with oregano oil or garlic.
Mm-hmm.
So if you eat meat, it will do. For example, if you have a skin problem, just eat skin. If you have bone problem, eat bone. If you have pancreatic problem, just eat pancreas. It's like if you have a house, okay, and you have a hole in the wall. You will take plaster. You will not take chewing gums or bullet or a thermometer or a light. You understand? There's a hole in the concrete.
Because the cells will be
Exactly. It's ready to be used, and your body recognize it as soon as you
It'll
put it
absorb
in
it. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what to do with it because he is it. So if you're 100% carnivore, okay, and you eat an apple, I'm telling you, you will have a strong reaction antifungal from the apple because it's been 2 years you did not eat the apple. So the day you eat it, you will have the benefit of it. So that's why you see the natural remedies on YouTube, like garlic or oregano oil. People say that it doesn't work. For sure it doesn't work because they eat oregano on their steak or on their chili or into their soup every day. They're completely inflamed since the birth because they eat carrot since they're born. So if you stop eating carrot, the day you eat one, I tell you, you will have a drug reaction, man. It's like you take a carrot is a drug. Every plant is a drug because plants are chemical processing facilities. So the day you stop eating plants, the natural remedies, they work very well. They're very strong, and I tell you, it's very good. So all that the witch they say in the YouTube, it's all true, but not if you.
Hey, so where are you from, Bob?
I'm from
Is
Quebec.
that your real name?
Quebec. I'm French.
You're from Quebec,
yes.
huh? French. Okay.
You in New Jersey?
Oh, fun. Yeah, I'm in New Jersey. I have some. My mother's side had some French Canadian.
Nice.
Catholic. Yeah.
Catholic.
Yeah.
You
So I never been up to Quebec. My sister, she visited Montreal. She said it was very beautiful.
Yes, it's a very old town. I was raised in Montreal. Now I'm a little bit north, very close. I work in Montreal. Yes.
And what do you work?
I have a small business. I repair electrical forklifts. Also, I sell and install full rubber resilient tire for forklift and wheel for forklift.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we need to get a jack lift, a small one.
Manual.
Yeah, manual.
Here it's like $300 for a brand new. So you go there with a small pickup, you buy this $300, and when it's broken, you put in the garbage and you buy another one. That's the best. The best is made in USA. It's better than Chinese, but
well, we need a small one that will fit through a door with Euro pallet.
They pretty much all the same size, or it's more expensive. But if you have regular pallet, we
have Euro pallet.
We
need a door pallet. Like a normal door. It has to fit through a we don't have a cargo door. We're going through a normal door. That's the problem.
So you are looking for a manual jigger for printing. They print the paper, okay?
Yeah.
When they order the paper, it's on small pallet, the size of the paper. Okay.
Yeah.
So the paper shop, they all buy this.
Mhm.
So you should be
Yeah.
able.
Good. Okay. Good. Good. Good.
Yes, it's like standard, but not popular.
Awesome. That's what I. Thank you. Thank you. That's a good tip.
Yes. So there's two kind of wheel. There's a nylon wheel. Okay, they are very hard. Okay, and the jigger it rolls smooth. Is easy to pull. And there's also polyurethane wheel. Okay, it's for very beautiful floor that you don't want to scratch, but it's much harder to pull. Okay. But in nylon, the white plastic, it don't break it don't break the floor, but is not as smooth as polyurethane. That's the only thing you need to know.
Okay. Thank you.
Good. My pleasure. My pleasure.
We have a vinyl floor. We have a vinyl floor.
Both of them is good. I suggest you in nylon because it's much easier to pull. Are you transporting heavy stuff?
Well, as much as we can. It's water. It's liquid.
So it's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Not that much. Not as much at. Yes. Oh, you should not have no problem.
Perfect.
Do you have to lift it?
Just into the car, into the truck, but we have to get it through the door. And most of the trucks have a lift gate.
Okay, because there's another kind of a jigger that have a scissor under it. It's hidden, okay, and you have only one button.
Yeah.
Yes, so maybe sometime the printing place they all have this, so they raise it like 2 feet. They don't have to bend. So maybe
Perfect.
it will help.
I'm going to check that out. Thank you for the tip. That's awesome.
They call this, I think, ergo lift. Ergo, like the lower of the
ergo lift.
The lower of the leg. Yes.
Yeah, ergo lift. Perfect.
So in which?
Merci beaucoup.
Fait plaisir. In which industry are you working?
My wife has a company. It's a dietary supplement, and it's made from natural plants, not from anything industrial, no chemicals, and it's a high pH dietary supplement and has also minerals. So it's a trace mineral and alkaline supplement.
Nice.
NT41.com. You can check it out.
Talk to us about this product. It's time to make your advertisement.
Yeah, NT41.com. Check it out. Yeah, I'm not going to make any advertising, but we're still looking for a pallet jack, so that's why. So we want to get a printing press, a paper jigger, an ergo lift. We're going to check that out. That's great. Yeah, we don't really advertise it because it's like a product that's very hard to sell, and we're working on some new products that will be easier to sell, and then we'll do some more advertising for that.
So why people are attracted to this product more than anyone else? More than anything else. Sorry.
The alkaline market is a very tough market because you can't make any health claims on alkaline supplements. But some people believe that it's good for them and they like it. But it's very difficult to sell them. But alkaline water
who need it?
Huh?
Who need that?
Well, well, you can actually.
Who is attracted to this?
Well, it's a long story. But her mom has a loyal fan club So we have a group of dedicated customers who like it, and they buy it.
Okay.
It's a long
So
story.
it's not
Huh?
It's not an antifungal? No.
Well, it will actually kill the coronavirus because of its high pH.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually spray it onto your food, and you can eat it. So you could spray it onto your something that was in contact. It will kill virus and bacteria on contact, like any high pH would.
And do you sell worldwide?
Yeah, we sell it worldwide. We have a package right now that's stuck in Turkey, 2,000 bottles. It's stuck in the airport in Turkey for a month. And it's a long story.
Wow.
We were shipping it to Europe, and the whole shipping industry is in chaos, and the freight, a lot of, like the Turkish cargo sends their packages in airlines, in passenger planes, and now all the passenger planes are stopped. So basically, the cargo is stuck.
And it's at the worst time because people need it now.
That's right. So we have to send another package. We're producing another batch, and we're going to send another package through a different route. We're not going to send it to Turkey.
Is there a sickness that this product
Yeah.
could maybe improve in any way?
Well, I don't want to
the condition of the.
I don't want to make any health claims, and you can look up. You know, on Amazon they have books on alkaline diet, and people follow different ideas, but we're not allowed to make any health claims.
Okay. So it's more about the alkaline thing that for the mineral. Okay,
Yeah.
it's for the alkaline.
But it's also
Okay.
the mineral because it's from plants that are, you know, we were talking about that before, that the plants that you get from the store, they don't have all the minerals because they're produced with chemicals. They're produced in, they tear up the dirt. They destroy the fungus connections in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that natural, they don't have the natural connection to the earth. And the earth is also not full of minerals.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are lacking in minerals.
And I see in your website, it's only $40.
Yeah.
It look good. It look good. Me, what I think is whatever you're gonna take, it will help you in many ways. Many ways. We all need minerals, and by also by changing the pH, even lower or higher, it does not matter. You want a change in the pH to make a reaction. So in my idea, that product, it look wonderful. Wonderful.
I'll send you a bottle.
I will buy from you, but after the war, because now the bottle will be lost.
You think?
I'm pretty sure they will keep it for themselves.
But then I'll send you 2 bottles. They can keep one, and you can have one.
Good. So, what's your experience yourself in your body with this product?
Oh, well, when you take it for the first time, it's like a shock to your system, and it tingles on your tongue from the high pH, and it's like you're getting something that you're missing. You feel like, oh, I'm missing that. I wanted that.
I understand. It's like you put it in your mouth and you already know that is good. Your eyes open at the second you put it. Yes. So it's a powder inside a capsule?
No, it's a drink. It's a liquid.
Oh, it's a liquid.
It looks like a capsule bottle, and that's stupid. Our bottle is not a good bottle.
Bah. It's
a liquid.
detail. It's a detail. I'm very
No,
interested
but it's a bad
because
bottle. It's a bad bottle. We're working on the bottle.
it's only a detail. The bottle will go into the garbage anyway when it's all drink.
Well, it's a recyclable bottle. You can recycle it.
Me and Chicken Jar, we need this like now because we both have problem with our teeth. We are both healing our teeth right now.
Yeah.
So liquid form into the mouth is much more absorbed by the body.
Yeah.
Under the tongue is one of the best place to absorb stuff. Also, the lymphatic system is all in this area with the ganglion. So this product look very, very good.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta try it
Yeah.
out.
So, yeah, I still have to send you a bottle, Harold. I'm sorry. I didn't send you your care package yet.
Honestly, Chicken Jar, I think this product is for you. At least 2 weeks. Like everything, 2 week minimum. I think it's a good product. My experience with IPH, okay, the first time I took a bath with baking soda, man, I was near fainting because it gave me a good reaction. I felt it right away. So if a bath of baking soda feels good to me, I think that this pH plus inside my body will make something good for sure.
Yeah. And it's all natural. It's all from nature. There's no chemicals or anything in there.
Are you allowed to talk about which plants are inside?
No, top secret.
Okay.
Top secret, my friend. But it's from nature. It's not from any farm. It's from the deep.
Provide
nature.
electrolytes,
Yeah.
mineral, improve hydration, help neutralize acidity, dispose of acidic waste, help for absorption of nutrients, vitamins, and minerals.
That's right.
Made in USA,
Fiber.
vegan. It's loaded with fiber also to help you to eliminate.
No fiber in it.
There's no fiber.
No fiber.
Yeah,
Okay, good. And
no fiber.
I do not consume fiber at all. I think fiber is no good for the body.
It's just roughage.
Yes, exactly. We're not herbivores.
Well, guys, I have to say I'm working hard on my garden, and I'm going to eat some radishes, and I'm going to eat some cabbage.
And
you
good. Good. I love this. Yes, radish. When it's a taste like this, okay, it's highly antifungal, anti-parasite. So it makes a lot of sense.
Do you know kimchi?
Yes.
Kimchi. We're going to make some kimchi with the radishes and, we're going to make some fermented cabbage. Sauerkraut. Yeah. Good stuff. Sauerkraut.
But
with lactic acid.
I've been doing like veggie juices, and those have been pretty good. Like I do it in the morning, because if you drink a veggie juice in the morning, like I only do celery because it doesn't have like high oxalates. It's good for like pooping because it alkalizes.
Did you try rasoi, the sauerkraut juice?
Oh, I used to do that back home actually. Like we drink it to boost the immunity in the winter.
Yep. Yeah.
I used to drink it on beer pitchers.
It's highly antifungal, and it's also loaded with vitamin C.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Sauerkraut, right?
Yes. The juice from
Sauerkraut
sauerkraut, yes.
I think the juice is probably healthier than the sauerkraut.
Yes. Agree, man. Indeed.
Because, like, I've been reading this book by Agenus, and it was saying that, like, you know, if we eat, like, too many animal products all the time, like I've been doing for a year, the body gets too acidic, and then you might need, like, a little bit of pickle juice or, like,
Mhm.
veggie juices to alkalize it. Because, like, they're acidic by themselves, but they turn alkaline once they hit the stomach.
That's what they say
To
about
be
lemon
honest,
juice or lime juice.
Yeah, like it turns alkaline because the stomach acid, it's HCl, it's hydrochloric acid, and it's got very high
Yeah.
acidity, like pH 1 or something, 1.5, I think.
Yeah.
And like if you hit it with like lime juice, which is like 3 or something, it's higher than the original pH. So
Mhm.
that means that you're alkalizing it because you're hitting it with a higher pH, which is more alkaline
Yeah.
than the original
Yeah.
1.5.
So you're delivering some oxygen. Well, I don't know enough chemistry. I don't know enough chemistry to actually to talk about this in detail. To be honest,
I don't know
I
me
still
either,
struggle.
but I think it's in regard about electricity, about free radical, iodine, and electricity, and pH. I think that is why once in a while we have to eat like yellow mustard or pickle or sauerkraut each maybe 2 months. Buy a bottle of mustard, eat it for 2 days until the craving is gone. So you have
Oh my God!
no, you disagree?
Last year I ate mustard. I ate mustard leaves, mustard plant, and it's so good. The mustard plant is very good.
I don't know, never tasted.
Yeah, it
Oh,
helps
you
with
should grow some.
digestion.
It's really good, and it tastes so nice and spicy, and it grows very fast.
But are you talking as a meal or as a supplement?
I just eat it in the morning when I go into the garden and look at my plants. I take a couple of leaves, I eat them.
Ah, okay.
I guess it's a supplement.
Yes. If you said like this, I totally agree with you. It makes sense. You give yourself a small treatment, but you do not nourish yourself with this.
You can't nourish yourself with mustard. It would be too intense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like my dogs every day. I mean, not every day, but some days they go out and they eat grass in the morning, but they eat just a little bit. It's like for alkalizing, so they know what they're doing.
When my dog eat grass, he vomit it 2 minutes after.
Yeah.
Oh
Same
yeah,
here.
I haven't seen mine vomiting. I've been feeding my puppy more raw meat.
So about Genus von der Planets,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I am able to see that his entire body is fungally infected. So I do not take his word as words from God. You understand? So Jonas had a revelation when he took mushroom. Okay, he understood about food, but he never learned nothing about a fungal parasitic infection. So I
Well,
think
he
this
talked about
missing
fungus
link,
parasites and viruses actually too.
yes, but he thinks viruses are solvent created by the body.
Yeah, he
That's
says that
what
viruses
he said.
are basically produced by the body when it's too toxic and it's not able to get rid of these toxins. The body creates viruses to, like, as a solution to get rid of the toxins. So like he was saying, like when you're sick during the winter, when you get a flu, it's basically a viral infection, and the body makes mucus and the influenza virus to basically get rid of the toxins that were accumulated over the year, and it gets rid of them through like mucus mostly. And
So you remember earlier I showed you picture of a spore of a fungus, okay, and a picture of a virus, okay.
Mhm.
So I thought we both agreed that a virus is a seed from a fungus, okay, that come into our body. So it cannot be my idea and the idea of Agenus von der Planet. You understand what I mean? So
Yeah, so
in your thinking, what you think is a virus?
Oh, I can tell you what I learned in school, what I remember.
Go for it, but I think we already know.
You already know. I mean, basically, what I understood was that the virus was a piece of DNA that broke off and it's flying around and it jumps from one person or one host to another as a form of like an update or a patch.
That's it. Okay, so I will take what you say, okay, and I will prove my point with your science, okay?
Okay,
So,
I'm listening.
spore of a mushroom, okay, it must have his DNA inside of him and half of it, okay? Exactly like a virus. So both of them have DNA or RNA inside of them, okay? Both of them, okay, they are not alive, okay? Both of them, they fly in the wind, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them have the same picture, the same look. I know it is only CGI, but they both look the same. Both of them are too small to be seen with a microscope. Okay? When they test for a virus, they are not able to find the virus. Okay? When they test it, they look for the antibodies of this virus. So if you have a spore that goes inside of you, the spore will disappear automatically because the seed will sprout. In French, we call this germinate. Germinate.
Yeah, to germinate. Yeah, germinate.
So once the spore have germinate, okay, it does not exist anymore. So we will never find a spore in the body because it has germinated. The same thing with a virus, we cannot find it for sure because it's the spore of the virus that is now gone. You understand? So that,
I understand.
that's my idea.
About.
That's my thinking.
Okay.
That's my thinking.
Hey, Bob, that's a very interesting idea. That's a very interesting analogy. I never thought of it before, but yeah, there might be a connection somewhere, somehow.
A mic connection, you said?
There might be a connection there. It's possible.
What connection?
It's possible. There's a connection between the virus and the fungus.
I don't know anything of what you're talking about.
I'm saying it's possible what you're saying. It's interesting.
Okay. You say you maybe agree. Okay, yes.
I maybe agree. It's interesting. I have to think about it, but that's an interesting idea.
It makes totally sense. Okay, and I have another kind of proof. Okay, so a fungus is not only a mushroom. It's not only a mycelium. It's not only a canadia. It's not only this. A mushroom have a life cycle, okay?
Yeah.
So we can start the life cycle anywhere you want. It does not change nothing. So let's say it starts with a spore. Okay, to make the analogy with a tree or anything or sperm, it will help. So the spore will fly. Okay, there's millions everywhere of any kind of spore. The spore will touch something. If it's oily, the spore will die. If it's watery or if it's sugary, the spore will stick to it. But a place with a physical space, because the spore is physical. So, for example, the lungs that have lot of holes inside of them. Then the spore will germinate, okay, and kind of being petrified, like a mold or like a fruit that is going bad, okay, and inside this kind of liquid, okay, it will some bacteria will appear, protozoa. Okay, when they are in small quantity, okay, small population, they are all alone. They act by themselves, and they are looking for nutriments. When they found the nutriments, the bacteria will eat it, and it will reproduce itself. Okay, after a few days or sometimes. There's so much bacteria or protozoa or flagella or any kind of microorganism into this blob that they will congregate together and form another entities. Okay? The entity will become maybe a slime mold, maybe a worm, like an earthworm, or an organism like jelly, like a jellyfish. Okay, but if it has the condition to become jelly, if the environment does not allow him to become jelly, he will become like kind of hard, like maybe like a root of a tree or a carrot. And it will grow like roots into you. Okay, so you have another stage of the life cycle of the spore. Can be a slime mold, it can be a worm, it can be protozoa, it can be a root. Then
this is crazy.
The root, okay, when there's no more nutriment into the body, or there's too much nutriment. Okay, the fungus will have a kind of kick in the back to do something for a reason. Maybe he's afraid to die and he will react, or maybe he is in a good condition and it thrives, so it will start to flourish, okay, to make his fruit. Okay, so the fruit, depending of the environment, okay, it can be visible, invisible, red, blue, yellow, stinky. It can be hard, it can be soft, but it will have a fruit, and the fruit gave a birth to another organism, depending of the environment. So you will have a pimple, you will have itching, you will have a mole into your skin, you will have brown patch, or like the young people, 16 years old, they have all acne. They call this fungal acne. So now is the fruit. Fungal? Yes, they call this on the internet fungal acne.
Really?
Really? Any disease you think about, okay, type the disease in Google and beside it type fungal. You will see that 100% of disease are all fungus related.
Wow.
You also have to understand that when you're born, you have the fungus inside of you. You have the fungus of your mother and your father, because your mother and your father eated fruit and vegetable too much. So your mother and your father are sick, and your grandparents also are sick, because we have started eating fruit and vegetable only like maybe 100.
There's a symbiosis. There's a symbiosis between life and the fungus.
No, I don't think so. Fungus are the devil. You can be stronger, but you will pay one day. It's like signing a contract with the devil.
Okay, Bob, this is a very, very interesting, and I love this conversation, and I'm going to do more research, and I'm going to look into what you're telling me about, okay?
Good.
Thank you. Merci.
And you, Chicken Jar, still there?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here. Just listening in the background. I was checking.
I'm going to play with my son now, guys.
Okay.
All right.
This has been 2 hours, so I'm going to go play with my son, and I wish you guys a wonderful evening, and I will catch you on the next episode of the Stream of Random podcast, Feed the Fungus.
Time to roll the outro.
Well, you can continue. You and Harold can continue if you want. I'm going to check out now, and I'm going to go play with my son. We're going to play some Minecraft.
All right. Good luck.
Have fun. Was cool talking to you. I will order your product after the war.
Okay, man. Well, just send me your address. I'll send you a bottle. We'll see what happens, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. See you later.
Au revoir, Mike.
See you.
Italiano. A più tardi. It's like American Italian. I'm torn about the whole virus thing, because I was also looking at the soap molecular structure, and it kind of looks similar.
But soap it is not something that is growing. It's inert. It will not produce something alive.
Yeah, it's not alive.
By itself.
Virus is not alive either, right?
No, but it will become alive. It have DNA and RNA.
So through the RNA, it becomes alive. Huh.
DNA is the coding of the life, they say.
Mm-hmm.
And it have a protein, they have a nuclei. You understand that soap is like a rock or water or acid or wood or a blanket or glass or oil. It's only a liquid. But,
Yeah, but
a virus
it doesn't
interact
contain
with life.
does soap contain DNA? Because like I know they take soap, they make it from fat, and I heard that like a virus contains fat in there too. Like the coronavirus contains some fat in it. Hmm.
But
Yeah, it does
I
look
don't
different.
know. So can you share soap? What did you type on Google to see the molecule? You write in molecule soap.
Yeah, I wrote a soap molecular structure around.
Because you are comparing an inert molecule from the earth to something that play with life.
Yeah, you're right. Cause like the viruses, they come from within us, right?
I think it comes from outside, but most of us we already have it since long time.
Yeah.
It
So like,
always been here. It always been here. It's only a spore of a fungus that evolved this way. You understand? It's like just another strain of a fungus because it was maybe in a damp, cold, black, windy environment. So this kind of environment help this kind of seed to germinate. You understand? But you cannot make germinate soap.
yeah, that's true. Well, how like what does it germinate into? Like what does it grow into after?
So the virus morph with the DNA, with our DNA. You understand?
So
So it's alive. So you have the cancer inside of you. So it's the cancer because cancer is fungus, and because viruses is fungus, and bacteria is fungus. It's just another stage of the life cycle of the fungus. You should Google picture, okay, life cycle fungus.
all right, let's check that out. I got the screen
It's
sharing
like
on. So
uh,
it's got meiosis, then it turns into sexual spores, and then it germinates, then it turns into mycelium.
okay. I can see your screen.
Yeah, I think that's visible to YouTube too. So
Oh, it's
should
okay
be
now. I'm here. But you see the life cycle. So you have bacteria. Okay. You have the fruit. You have the worm. You have the viruses. Is the spore. You see the spore is there. You see
yep. So
the
it's like
fungus.
and an animal.
You see all this is 7 organisms but they does not look the same.
Yeah, it's
When
kind of
the
like
fungus is
I don't know if you heard about this ringworm, the ringworm.
exactly,
So it's like in between like a plant and a worm. Oh shit, I can't find the
yes,
Wikipedia.
I'm happy you said that about the plant and the worm. You know why? Because the fungus will become what it eats. Okay, so this is what you see now is a skin fungus because it eats fungus. It eat your skin, so it look like your skin, but it's not your skin. If you have, let's say, liver cancer, okay, so you have a mass in your liver that look like your liver, but it's not your liver. You understand? This is the skin of the cow. This is his skin. It look like skin. It may be skin, but it's not his skin. It's a fungus that is morphing with the skin. So if the fungus land into a plant, it will become a plant fungus or a plant virus.
So it's basically like, have you seen this Princess Mononoke anime?
No,
It's like it's an old anime movie, but it's kind of like this. There's this evil force that infects it infects animals in this forest. Oh, I can't open it. So there's this pig and it's got all these like dark worms all around it. And they're taking over basically. So it's like those ringworms.
you will laugh, okay, but the best place to learn about fungus is to watch a horror movie. Horror movie
Yeah.
it is full of fungus knowledge. You know the film Slither? Slither is a very good film, very good movie. They do not talk about.
Snitter?
Oh, yes,
Is that a movie? Huh.
Slither. Slither.
Called
Slither.
Slither?
Slither.
That's interesting. I'll take a look at that movie. Wow, dude. It's got some creepy animals.
This movie in this movie I have found a lot of fungus information. Can you show me the Wikipedia page? I want to tell you a name of the guy, John. The name of the producer is the same producer of the film The Guardian of the Galaxy. Go back in the Wikipedia page. James Gunn. Click on the name James Gunn. Okay, no homo. Okay, no, go forward.
James Gunn?
It was there on the page. Okay, yes, James Gunn.
Okay, let's see.
Go back into the Slither page. Yes, the name is right on the bottom right. Yes, him. Click on his name. You know how old he is. No
So
homo. Okay, no homo.
6.
Click on his name.
Oh, I clicked on
Can you believe it? Oh, it's him. Can you believe? Okay, no homo. It's a beautiful guy for his age. This man have knowledge.
Yeah, he looks pretty young, man.
Yes. Okay, so if you look, he work a lot with a man. His last name is Kaufman. The only other Kaufman I know is Doug Kaufman, is the specialist of fungus. Google his name on YouTube, Doug Kaufman. K A U F K-A-U-F.
K-A-U-F? Kaufman?
Yes. Not him. Know the cause. Yes. Right. So, you see, him, not him. Yes. Is the specialist of fungal. You see, natural fungus, and so I think that Mr. Gunn have a occultist knowledge about fungus. You see, cancer is a fungus, digestive disorder is a fungus, diabetes is a fungus, prostate health is a fungus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the best movie I ever watched is Slither, or a very old movie is The Thing.
The King?
The Thing.
Oh, it's
now you see the movie. No, Thing. Thing.
King with a K or with a
like
C?
The Thing. T.
With a C?
T like Thomas. Tim.
Oh, The Thing.
Tim. The Thing. The Thing.
Yeah, I
but
actually
there's another movie like but there's an older movie also, like
it's a
1950
John Carpenter movie.
Yes, John Carpenter.
He made the...
I think that John Carpenter also have the fungus knowledge, okay, but he's too fat. He does not have enough motivation to do it the protocol.
Have you seen this other movie that he made? It's called They Lived. They Live?
Yes. But you see the people, their skin, their teeth are all eaten by fungus. And the man put the glass on his eyes, okay? Mm-hmm. And when he look for fungus, he see it everywhere. And everywhere it's written consume. So consume food to feed the fungus. Okay? Everywhere it's written they live. Yes, they live inside of us.
So it's basically living inside. It's like I don't know if you've seen the new Venom movie.
No.
It's like the bad guy from Spider-Man, Venom.
Yes, I know him. You think it's related with fungus?
Yeah, because like Venom is basically a parasite from outer space. It's a symbiote. And they're trying to take over Earth. And he eats stuff. He eats people.
Exactly. So all of the horror movie talk about fungus. The Bible is a fungus book.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I know they had this ritual in Greece, the Kykion, the Eleusinian mysteries, and in my language, like in Albanian, you can understand that Eleusius means it moves the eye. The word illusion. So it's um it's really interesting because like all the words they point to the meaning, but you just gotta find the right language.
Yes, exactly. So mushroom, okay, sounds like moucheron in French. Mushroom, moucheron. A moucheron is a fruit fly, fly from fruit. So if you take a fruit and you seal it in a container, some fruit fly will appear. So the fruit fly is the spore of the fungus. The fruit fly is the fungus himself.
Yeah, I
Another
mean,
proof,
it's like I guess Augenis did this same thing. He like isolated fruit flies. He isolated fruit, and the fruit flies came out of it. But then he put raw meat in like an isolated container, and it turns out that bacteria and parasites they started growing out of it by themselves.
is because we are born with the fungus that come from our parents because they never healed themselves. You understand? So inside an apple, the fungus is already there because the tree was already infected. The sperm of our fathers were already full of fungus. The egg in our mother were already full of fungus. So since our birth, we ate too much fruit and too much vegetable, too much sugar. We destroy our body, and we never deworm ourselves. So we establish that a worm is a fungus and a fruit fly is a fungus. You know how huge it is? So you see this is look like a protozoa with a DNA. You see? There is the seed of the fungus inside the semen.
Yeah, that makes sense because it says that like I saw this article a while ago. It says that human semen can host up to 27 different viruses.
But if you eat only meat and you use plants to heal yourself, one day you will be free of fungus. And then you will have eternal life because you are in a catabolic time and you only built yourself and you will live 500 years.
Yeah, that's interesting. Cause like I heard about this stuff too. I hear people on the primal diet talking about this, like from eating raw meat and even the rotten meat. Some people say it just gets you high, like drugs or something, kind of like blood.
Did you try it?
I haven't tried blood yet, nor high meat, but I made some really stinky cheese, and that gave me like some sort of effect.
Is because we are used to eat what our taste bud tell us what we like. We eat what the taste we like, but we should eat for nutrition, not for fun.
Yes, only eat when you're hungry, I guess.
I mean, not because it tastes good, but because we have to.
Yeah, like eat for nourishment.
Yes.
That makes sense. That's what I do.
So you only try cheese that you made
Yeah,
yourself?
like raw
What?
cheese with no salt.
And do you work?
Well, kinda. Basically, I homestead at a farm, so I do chores mostly, everything that's needed to be done.
Nice, nice. And do you still have your job today?
Well, yeah, because like farms never stop, and I got a place to stay. I basically like do farm chores in exchange for a place to stay and food and all this stuff.
Nice, nice.
So it's like a good way to maintain.
Did you see somebody with the virus in your area?
Not yet. I haven't
Not.
seen anybody, but I hear there's like two people with it in the area, and there's people with masks.
But they don't know that they already have it. Because if you show me a picture of them, I will point you all the fungus in their face and in their neck and everywhere.
Yeah, I think most people already have it. Like, I don't know, this diet just changes you, like it gets rid of that stuff. But like a lot of people have that stuff because like you can see the inflammation. That's actually one thing that Augenus was saying too. Cause like I don't know if you know his story, but he died because I mean he fell from a balcony. That's what the story says. But he had like a really hard life. Like he survived cancer 2 times, and then he got beat up one time in Thailand where someone broke his whole jaw, like with a crowbar or a hammer or something, and he healed up, but like he was still healing, that's why he looked like he looked for a long time.
Are you able to see my screen?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You see my mouse?
Yep, I see it.
You see this? So it starts from here. It goes down there. It stop here. And it's making this. You see?
Mm-hmm.
All this is a mushroom. You see his neck?
Yeah, like
This?
right there is
Oh,
actually where he got hit on the mouth by a crowbar,
okay, okay, okay.
and he healed that. So he had
And
a
this,
surgery.
what you have to say about this? So the fungus have no muscle. They cannot move. Okay, so gravity pulls fungus there. You see,
Mhm.
this is a fungus. Start here, goes there. All this is a big fungus. The big fat there. Or um, can you see?
Yeah, now I see the pattern you're talking about.
The redness there. Okay, look this, the line. It's so big, it look like it start there. It's so big, there is no place to go. It follow the gravity, and that's why he have a big this. So this is not him. You see his ear, there's no place for his ear because behind it, there's a fungus that push the ear out of his head. You see the line here? So there's a fungus behind this big fungus here. So he has this big fungus, and under this, the big fungus. And under, you have a big fungus that make a cone head because it go for the sun. Is the sun fungus, the forehead fungus, the eyebrow fungus, the cheek fungus, the nose fungus. Okay, look this. How you call this part?
That's the jaw.
The jaw fungus. Look the color of his teeth. Do you think they are real?
No, it looks like
Impossible, man. Impossible. Those are fake teeth. Okay. Also, from the nose to the lips, here, the little line, okay, there's a fungus there. Same thing the other side. It's always both sides. Both sides. You see the ball here? You see his neck is too big for his head. He have 1 inch too much fat.
yeah, so that's like fungal.
This man is the worst fungal man on earth. but you now, do you see them? Look his neck here. You see this? This.
Yep. It's like the thyroid fungus.
Good. You understood. You understood. You see it here is too much fat. Here is like square. Tuk tuk. It's an angle. So you have the cone head and you have the cone ear. And behind the ear, there's a space, empty space. So the fungus grew behind the ear. And now I see this. You see it's kind of white. So you have the behind and in front. You see it start there it goes there. All a big red something. Another big red something here. You see, line here. For sure, this man have no teeth since long time. Impossible. Too much fungus here. You see the big ball here? It cannot be his jaw. Impossible. It is part of his body. This is not him. You see the little...
Yeah, Adam Apple.
Yes, but it's way too big. Way too big. I don't see me, I am beautiful. Okay? Me, I don't know. I don't watch myself in the mirror all day. We talk about him. You understand? I don't talk about you. I don't talk about me. I talk about him. He completely also is hair. This is not human hair. This is polymerization. It's a fungus of the hair. So if you have one hair that grew there, poop, or one poop, or one on the shoulder, poop, is not a hair, is the fruit of the fungus. So all of his hair is not his hair, because the fungus have eaten the root of the hair, and then it become his hair. Do you understand?
Like, hair is dead skin. So,
you see?
I mean, I even got a friend who had gray hair when he was like 20.
But it is not his hair. So what to do, okay, is you pull the hair out, okay, and you turn it in between your finger like a roller, okay? So human hair are human hair are round. Fungus hair are square. Do you understand?
I see.
So if you have one hair growing on your shoulder or in your eyebrow, you remove the hair, you roll it between your finger. If it's round, it's your hair. If it's square, it's a fungus.
Well, mine is pretty round. So I guess I got my own hair.
No, but him is very old. You should look your eyebrow for one that is longer than the others, or on your shoulder, or on your feet. Look.
Oh yeah, like mole hairs.
But the same, but you see, is big. You see how it's big?
It's like normal.
Okay, now you see this is no hair. This is this. You see? Is not this one is not on the mole. No need mole. Like here, no need mole.
Wow, dude. That's like abnormal hair growth.
Yes, but most of people have it. If they don't have this, they have psoriasis. Everybody, or they have this. You understand? They are bald.
Mm-hmm. They can't grow.
You see him full of fungus. You see mole here,
Yep.
redness there. This is mold. Big eyebrow. No eyebrow hair. Here the line under his eyes is there's too much mushroom. Okay? So it takes physical space. You understand? So if there's too much material under the eyes, it must wrinkle. Too much material under the cheek, it must wrinkle or go down by gravity. You see, small line here.
Yeah, because I guess it
We
takes water too. It sucks up the water, right?
well said, well said. You see the color of his teeth? This
Yeah.
is fake teeth. Okay? You see the redness of the corner and the redness of the white, completely full of worm swimming into his eyeball. You see his ear? The middle part of his ear is bumped out.
Mm-hmm.
So the fungus took this place. You see here, this man
It's like
should
a
have, there's
chicken
some,
neck.
you see the redness there? Something happened there recently. So this man, you see there's a line there. So he have a fungus paralyzing his scalp. He's not able to move this part of his body because the fungus completely take all over his head. Now he have a cone head. So this man should not look like this. You see the big cheek here,
Mm-hmm.
the big bone. So the fungus can be soft like a cheek, and it can be hard like a bone cheek. Is because you have three fungus here: the cheek fungus, the cheekbone fungus that goes right into his ear, the bone of his cheek, poke, and also his eye lips, completely inflamed. All you have the sanpaku eyes, black eyes, mole right ear, redness right ear, here another kind of redness. You see the line here? It's the root. The root is on fire. His roof is on fire, man. But do you see what I see, or I'm kind of crazy?
Yeah, I see what you mean though, because like I mean, even Ogenus was saying that like there's different bacteria and funguses for each part of the body. So like even viruses, he was saying there's like 200,000 types of viruses, and each virus dissolves a separate part of the body.
I totally
So
agree.
like there's a fungus for everything basically, because we're made up of different tissues, like different types of tissue.
What time you have in California?
Oh, it's 8:20.
A.M.
No, it's PM. It's
P.M.
night.
8:20. Oh, P.M. Okay, okay. So I think you have something to add to end your stream.
Oh, I think it was a great stream, man. Like, I think these streams are great because we get different people to talk, and you know, there's always new information coming in. I think next one I might have some more stuff to add, but I learned a lot, man. Like, appreciate you coming up on the stream. Also, there's a stream I was watching. I guess it went live today. This channel, it's a really good one. I'll wait. I'll show you this channel on YouTube. It's called The Natural Human Diet.
Yes, I know him. He eat raw food in front of the camera.
Yeah, yeah, he's got a
Yes,
good
I know
stream,
him.
and I think he had a stream today about the whole YouTube thing, shadow banning people and stuff.
It was a good one.
Definitely, man. I guess I'll close it up now because we went 3 hours and 33 minutes on the stream.
Nice, nice. Oh, I hope for you 1,000 views.
In like maybe in 50 years, it'll be 1,000.
And you have lost 10 views because of me. Sorry, sorry.
Oh, nah, dude, don't worry. That was funny. Yes, Jim
and
learned something today.
and like a week ago, you were talking like a code, like 6F and XBGQI90XZ. Man, I was laughing in my house, and I was laughing so much.
Oh man, we were trying to make up like a code to not get banned.
Yes. But I did not catch the stream live. If I've been there, I would told you, but sorry. Oh, yeah, yeah. So,
We'll
so
explain the
what
code.
are gonna be your next subject, next stream?
Well, it's probably gonna be random. We might try and get somebody else on the chat. I don't know. We'll see. I know
Okay, good.
I could ask this guy. He basically he was Agenus's cameraman. We could get him on the stream and ask him some questions. Maybe what he
Wow.
thinks of fungus.
If you think you can have him on the stream, man, would be great. Do you have a
Yeah.
YouTube channel?
Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel. His YouTube is what's his name? Ibrahim Rafaja. I wrote it on the chat. Now I'm just gonna end this stream.